recording. All right. Damn, my face is ashy as shit. Okay. Y'all forgive the ash and the crispiness of my face, man. I just washed my face. And there's a little, I should have moisturized a little bit, but, my natural oils will kick in and get this ash off my face. I hate to, I'll be rushing to get to the show to chop it up with the family. And I'll be forgetting sometimes to get the little moisturizer popping. You dig? But I'm here. Let me see who's all up in this chat room. It's 4th of July weekend. A lot of stuff we're going to talk about tonight. Let me see how many folks we got up here in the Spizzot. Oh yeah, we heavy. The people coming on up in here heavy. Let me go on up in the chat Rizzle. See who we got. Let me allow links. Allow URLs. Okay. Let me see. What's up, Miss Braxton? Yeah, my face is a bit dry. Yes, it is. So, like the dude said, a smooth skin. What's up, Texas lady? My man. So how's everybody doing, man? How's everybody doing for this beautiful 4th of July weekend? Everybody should be safe out there for this 4th of July weekend and everything like that. Hold on, getting some stuff together. And also, a lot of people are getting Hidden Colors 4 this weekend to celebrate and watch with their families, which is a great thing. Hidden Colors 4 is still firmly in first place. The movie's been in first place for over a month. Or about a month. About a month exactly. So the movie is killed. Well, almost a month. Let me say that because it's only the 3rd. So it's been the #1 movie on Amazon around the world for almost a month. I'll say that. And the phone number here is 818-850-5404. That is the number to call up and chop it up with me and everything like that. Let me see what we got. Oh yeah, my birthday was the other day. My birthday was Friday. So happy belated birthday to me. Thank y'all for the birthday wishes. A lot of people gave me birthday shout outs. That's a beautiful thing. Don't forget, go to TariqLive.com. Go to TariqLive.com. I'm going to be doing a lecture in a couple of weeks in Boston. That's going to be Friday the 15th of July. Also, go to TariqLive.com to get tickets to join me in Milwaukee. That will be Saturday, July 23rd. On Saturday, July 30th. Let me say that one for last, but let me skip over. Saturday, August 6th, I'll be in Phoenix, Arizona. The tickets have not gone on sale there yet. But you can get tickets to join me in Cleveland, Ohio on Saturday, July 30th. That's going to be me, David Banner, George Frazier, and Brother Kaba Kamene. We're going to be doing an event in Cleveland. So that one's going to be hot. So y'all do not want to miss that one. That one's going to be a hot one. That one is going to be a hot one. You do not want to miss that, family. And again, you can get tickets at TariqLive.com. TariqLive.com. That's where you can get tickets for that event. You dig? All right. Let me see who's in the chat. That one's going to be hot. Where's my chat room? I can't see my chat room. Where's my chat room? Okay. So I'm trying to do a million things here. I can't find. There you go. There you go. There you guys are. So you remember back when I had red curtains? Hilarious. Yeah, I want to see all my Milwaukee people in the house. Thank you so much, man. Many people love Hidden Colors 4, man. I mean, we're breaking records all over. So many people are saying that this is hands down the best one out of all of them in the series. I can't argue with that. You know, all of them is just like all the films, all the series. They're your babies. They're your children. So you don't like to pick one child over the other. So they're your babies. So you don't like to pick one child over the other. You like all of them. You dig? Man, man, man. But where my Chicago people at? Where's my Chicago people? Now, I got to chop it up with my Chicago folks because this is very important. Because Chicago, you know, on holiday weekends, I want my family in Chicago to be safe. And we're trying to get I'm trying to get out there to Chicago. I'm waiting on our venue to let us know what's up. I'm trying to get out there on the 24th of July. That's going to be a Sunday. Because I really want to go out there and chop it up with my Chicago family. We're trying to put that together this month. Because when I leave Milwaukee, I want to go straight to Chicago. And we're also trying to put Atlanta together. And we're trying to put Washington, D.C. together this month, too. Atlanta, that might be a go. We're looking at, I think, the 21st in Atlanta. I think that's what we're looking at. The 21st or the 28th. That's going to be on a Thursday. So we got a couple of venues. They're going to hit us back this Tuesday. You know, this is a holiday weekend. Man, my face is so goddamn ashy, man. Waiting on the oils to kick in. I know Chicago's kind of live right now, and I really want to get out there to Chicago, man. I just get so much love out there in Chicago, so much energy. In Chicago, man, they've been rocking with me way before Hidden Colors, man. Chicago, they've been rocking with me from the Art of Mackin days, man. Chicago has been holding a player all the way down. I'm talking like, 10 plus years before Hidden Colors. You dig? They've been holding it down for a player, man. And, you know, I got a lot of respect for my Chi-Town players. Chicago has always held me down. Yeah, brother Ashraf Quasi, you know what? He was supposed to be in Hidden Colors 4. And I booked a flight to go down there to Dallas. I think he was in Dallas. And we were going to interview him. We were going to fly out there. I had my camera crew ready. And there was a goddamn snowstorm out there. And it just messed everything up, man. It got snowed in down there. So we had to cancel the flight. And by the time we tried to reschedule, but he was going back over to Africa to do some stuff. Because, you know, the brother, he's always over there in Africa doing some stuff. But we're going to get Brother Ashraf. I've been trying to get him since Hidden Colors 1. You know, so yeah, there's so many other people that we can get. You know, there's so many people. There's a plethora of great black scholars out here, man, that are underappreciated, underutilized, and that's what we created the Hidden Color series for. So many great folks out here, man, and the world should know their story, and I'm so glad that we put together a forum so that we can put people out there to this new generation and really give them the shine that they deserve. We're trying to get Chicago confirmed, so we'll have all that confirmed this week, and I've been rushing to do it because, you know, it's a short notice, so we're getting it. We are getting it in. But shout out to Chicago. Let me talk to my Chicago. What's up, Ola? Everybody say what's up to Ola. My dude Ola got his new podcast cracking, the Royally Melanated Podcast. Ola, I'm making you a moderator in here, buddy. Just before all the coons and the white supremacists start trolling. So you can get them on up out of here real quick. But shout out to Chicago. You know, what's funny, man, there was a hashtag the other day on Twitter. It was something about Chicago. It was like Chicago in 4 words. And, you know, there's a lot of people posting about it, and I posted some things, and I was talking about how some of those murders out there are questionable. I'm talking about things like, it's controlled by the white supremacists. I'm saying some real shit about Chicago. I don't really lollygag when it comes to talking about stuff that affects melanoid people in a negative way. And I posted articles talking about people in Chicago who are suspicious of some of the murders that we see out there. Now, for a long time in Chicago, many people have speculated that some of these murders that they keep throwing in people's faces all the time, some of them are very questionable. Now, are there some knuckleheads? Yeah, we know there's some knuckleheads out there. But even though they're knuckleheads, some of these murders out here in Chicago are extremely questionable. And many people, including myself and a lot of brothers and sisters in Chicago, many people suspect that the white supremacists may be behind a lot of that stuff. What's up, Boney? But nothing. There's no deal between me and the minister. I don't know what that means. What the deal was? There's no deal. I don't even know what that means. So I'm gonna talk about that Central Park explosive thing in a minute. But Chicago. I'm talking about so many people, and where my Chicago people, y'all know I'm not saying anything that don't nobody else out there talk about. I've been to Chicago many times, and there's many people in the streets. They know that there's some funny business going on with some of those murders out there. And I was telling my brothers and sisters in Chicago, I want y'all to be careful this weekend, because they love promoting this whole thing where during Memorial Day weekend or during the 4th of July weekend, 50-something people got shot in Chicago. They love running with that story. The white supremacists, they have a field day with those stories. And I'm saying many people are suspicious and suspect that all of those shootings ain't really gang related. You dig? And I'm one of the people who suspect that too. And I'm suspecting it based on the people there talking about it. I'm basing it on articles and confirmed stories where there are people who left the force and became whistleblowers talking about how shootings in Chicago are swept under the rug and covered up. And I'm going to give you some links because I'm all about receipts. Let me give y'all some links to back up what I'm saying, because I'm a receipt type of person. If I say something, I usually can back up my suspicion with something. I don't like to just talk out the side of my ass. Hold on, let me give y'all some links in here. And we put a lot of stuff up on Melanoid Nation. Let me give y'all some links, confirmed stuff, and some suspected stuff. And there's an article we did a year ago at Melanoid Nation. Let me put that up so y'all can see what we're talking about. All right, this is an article we did on Melanoid Nation talking about how many people in the streets of Chicago, they suspect that there might be police behind that. Let me give y'all another link that we had on Melanoid Nation again a year ago. This was about, okay, now I'm having a database error. Hold on one second. Okay, what the hell is going on with this? Hold on. Y'all give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, I don't know why this thing is freezing. Oh, there we go. All right. Y'all can look this up also. I'm going to put it up on, this is on melanoidnation.org. I'm going to put it in the chat room. First link is broken. Okay. Y'all sure the first link is broken? Okay. But you go to Melanoid Nation, there's another story about a brother named Lorenzo Davis. He was fired in Chicago. He was an investigator. He was fired for refusing to change reports that found cops were at fault for shooting and killing black people out there in Chicago. This is documented. He's a former supervisor at the Independent Police Review Authority. And he previously served 23 years with the police department. He investigated a number of shootings and determined that police were not justified in those shootings. So he, out there in Chicago, they got some of the most corrupt race soldiers posing as cops in the country out there. And we saw that with the Laquan McDonald situation, where they would all cover up a damn execution. So I'm not pulling nothing out my ass here. You got some corrupt fucking cops out there who will execute black folks out there. You got people on the inside saying this. We've seen the Laquan McDonald video. So this is not nothing that nobody's pulling out their ass. You should be suspicious of some of these killings out there, because somebody dies and they just chalk that up to gang violence and nobody really investigates it. So you have a lot of race soldiers out here who will take advantage of that. They know in Chicago, you got to be very clear. Yeah, Chicago, y'all saw with Laquan McDonald, they lied all the way up to the top. This is what kills me when they were talking about the OJ trial, and they were saying, well, if there was a conspiracy to plant evidence, more than one person had to be involved. Yeah, they would get involved. They all know how to lie for each other. They practice that. Mark Furman wasn't working in a vacuum. And we saw in Chicago all the way up to Alvarez, the state prosecutor. I think she was in on the damn lie. All of them covered that up. When they executed Laquan McDonald, they went around to different businesses confiscating videotape and security camera tape. It was a huge cover-up. So people there in Chicago are definitely correct in being suspicious and suspecting that there are race soldiers working in law enforcement who could possibly be involved with some of the murders out there. Now, I was talking about this on Twitter. Do y'all know there's this coon journalist? I'm going to put his name out there. This nigga wanted to argue me down, this buck-dancing fucking coon nigga. He's a pretty nobody-ass nigga. But his name will put him out there so Chicago know who he is, because he kept acting like he was repping Chicago. He hit me up, man, stay out of Chicago business. And this is on Twitter. And I'm like, nigga, what the fuck are you talking about? Man, I'm from Chicago. You don't know what goes on out here. I'm a journalist from Chicago. I'm like, well, dude, people in Chicago, they suspect that cops are out here participating in some of this shit. So I'm not saying anything that's incorrect. And he was like, man, that ain't true. Police ain't behind that. It's the people, they gang violence. It's them. Some real coon nigga shit. A nigga just wanted to argue me down. I'm showing links. I'm like, if you're a journalist, you don't know that people in your city are saying that cops are on the bullshit? That's bullshit. That's bullshit. He's one of them niggas. No matter how much evidence you showed this coon, that ain't true. He's one of them niggas. And found out he's one of those niggas who write for Ebony. He's one of those Jamila Lemieux minions. He's one of these little dusty, broke fucking writers that has to kiss white ass for a job. His name, let me give y'all his name and show you this big fuckboy's picture too. This nigga does not represent Chicago at all. His name is Evan F. Moore. Big, chunky, slave-looking nigga. Hold on, let me show y'all this bitch nigga's picture. It's a big, fat, moist-looking nigga. Hold on, let me show y'all this big, and he just basically trolling. Look at this fuckboy. And I looked up some shit on. So a big fuckboy named Evan F. Moore, who's a big-ass coon, and you look on his Facebook, not his Facebook, but his Twitter page, he's sitting up there with a white man looking in the white man's eyes like, oh, I love you, daddy. He's one of them niggas. One of these big, burly, slave-ass niggas who didn't even pick cotton. They had a big bitch nigga like that picking sugar cane. That's one of them big sugar cane picking niggas. That nigga made molasses. They had the big niggas making the molasses. He's one of them big niggas. Not big. He's this big, fat, sloppy little fuck boy. trying to act like he's representing Chicago. You bitch ass nigga. And let me tell my Chicago folks, watch out for niggas like that, because he's one of these dudes. Yeah, I do this in Chicago, I do that. Because I'm looking at his timeline and I'm like, this is a hustle. He's one of them niggas who the little white nonprofits give him a couple of dollars to basically perpetuate the black super predator myth. He's one of them niggas. That Evan, let me give y'all his name again. Evan F. Moore. Big fuckboy ass dude. Let me give y'all his Twitter too. He's one of these niggas, and y'all gotta watch out for these bitch niggas who claim to represent the city. Because when you start challenging white supremacy, these niggas will jump in. Oh, look, don't you say that now about no. Because he was on that, man, what you saying, that's anti-police. Ray! Fuck out of here. Chicago don't need niggas like you trying to misrepresent them. They don't need no more fucking coons, man. Oh, this nigga made every excuse for white mommy and daddy imaginable. That ain't true. Ain't no, it's the gang members killing it. Ain't no white folks involved in that. Don't you say that about no white folk now. I mean, I showed this nigga all types of... we even showed that clip, and I showed it on this show. And I'm going to show y'all the link to go to the page. There's y'all remember that shooting that was out there? There was a shooting out there in Chicago where a white dude who was clearly an undercover cop, and he didn't know he was being filmed. Somebody had a moving truck, and they had their dash cam on, and they caught this guy doing a drive-by. And it was a white dude who clearly looked like an undercover cop. And nobody heard anything else about that shooting. So this dude who looked like a cop started busting on somebody, then hopped in the car and drove off. Somebody was with him and they drove off. So I'm like, well, damn, how much more damn evidence do you need? And this is the story to that right here. Go to this link. I got receipts. I got receipts. But this coon nigga just started deflecting. That article ain't got no depth to it. Ray! So this big fat moist nigga, man, don't let bitch niggas try to misrepresent your city. I don't like when bitch niggas try to step up and act like they're the rep for your city. Because again, niggas like that, white mommy and white daddy pay these niggas off to basically keep pointing the finger at black folks in the neighborhood and make it seem like, well, y'all just need to get y'all shit together, and they don't really do anything. You understand what I'm saying? All they do is just keep reporting over and over about how fucked up it is, and they don't really solve the situation. The Chicago situation with the violence and all that stupid shit, that can be solved overnight. That can be solved overnight, but the thing is, a lot of these niggas don't want to solve it because white mommy and white daddy pay them off a little bit to keep talking about it, to keep promoting it, to keep putting those scare tactic ass articles out, to keep perpetuating the super predator myth. What's up, my man? He back? So we got to watch little buck dancing coon niggas like that, and I've seen other pictures and videos of this nigga. He's just all around white folks, yucking it up. He's what John Henry Clark would say, a professional white ass kisser. And again, I just found out the nigga he wrote for Ebony. So he's one of them niggas. And y'all know that whole Ebony crowd. Anytime you see a nigga or somebody, a coon or a bedwench, write for Ebony, you're looking at a coon at this point. The coons and bedwenches, they've run Ebony to the ground. My man Jason Black has broken them down. Other people have broken them down. I've broken down that whole crew. It's the coons and bedwenches. They've ran Ebony to the ground. Let me show y'all this bitch nigga again. Evan F. Moore. He looks like a dusty ass CeeLo Green. Okay. Hold on one second, guys. My baby boy, they took a seer to the doctor because we thought he had an ear infection. Okay, but my wife just took him to the doctor and they said he didn't have an ear infection. I don't know what's going on with him. Asir was crying a lot all day. You know, that's my little boy. That's my little big boy. Peanut's good. That's big. That stomach is getting big. But my son Siri, a seer, he's a seer's like 1.5 right now, a little bitty boy. And he was crying all day. He was messing with his ear, so I don't know if he scratched his ear. So we panic if the kids start having any symptoms. We run to take them down to the urgent care. So thank goodness he doesn't have an ear infection. But I don't know why what was going on with his ear. You know, but him and TJ, they play rough as hell, man. My son is Seer and TJ. Now TJ is 3. And, TJ, he's the big brother. So TJ, takes shit from him all the time. TJ always snatches his toys and all that. So Seer has to kind of loke up on TJ. Because they be kind of wrestling. And, a Seer, he knows that he got to take his shit back from TJ. So a Seer, be kind of grabbing TJ's hair. So Seer is like a little stocky boy. He looked like a little football player. Is he teething? I don't know. Because another thing, we took the pacifier from him too. Because we took him to the pediatrician, and that pacifier is kind of making his teeth grow a little funny. So we got him off that. So I don't know if that has something to do with it. But yeah, he's like, yes, they play, they jump on each other, and they laugh and all that old stuff. No, we got plenty of Hidden Colors 4. But Asir and TJ, they're rough, and they wrestle, and they play rough as hell. And Asir, we went to the play place because there's like a little play. They got little indoor play places where you can play with other kids and go to the park and all that. And Asir be kind of low key jumping fucking kids, so I got to stop him from doing that. We took Asir to the play place, and Asir was loking the fuck up on other kids. Like, I'm like, okay, whoa, and I'm a little embarrassed now. Because there's like a little car. We went to the play place and there was like a little car that you get in, and Asir was about to get in it, and this little white kid ran and jumped in the car, and Asir just hauled off and punched this kid in the back of the head. And it was the bigger kid. This kid looked like he was about 3, and Asir just hauled off and socked him in there. I'm like, oh! And he started crying and pointing. I'm like, okay, well, we gotta apologize. I'm like, fuck, man. And then he was playing with a truck. And he put the truck down and then went over and played with some other stuff. And then he saw this little East Indian kid with the truck. And then Asir went over and tried to take the truck. The little East Indian kid snatched it. So Asir starts smacking the fuck out of this kid in the face. I'm like, dude, stop. And it wasn't like a tantrum. The thing that scares me about Asir, he's doing it on some G shit. He ain't even crying. It ain't like, hey, give me it. He's like, and just stand there and look at him. Like, dude, calm down, Asir. I mean, he's embarrassing. I'm like, look, I gotta bribe the kids. I'm like, well, I'll buy you some ice cream. Just don't snitch on us, shit. Like, Asir, come on over here, man. Like, yeah. So when we go to, we gotta get him off that. Because I don't want him to go to preschool, because he's gonna be fucking kids up in preschool. So we gotta get that off him. And again, that's from him, wrestling with his damn brother all the time. Asir is about that damn life, man. Asir be deboing other kids. Like, dude, will you chill? My God. Yeah, he slapped this kid with 2 hands. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, what am I gotta stop letting him watch certain cartoons. What are you getting this shit from? Smacking motherfuckers up like this. Damn. And he kind of smacks up TJ, but TJ thinks it's funny. Because he grabbed TJ by the hair. That's his thing. He'll grab TJ's hair and start body slamming TJ. TJ like, so TJ think it's funny. Well, my kids are crazy as cat shit, man. Man, yeah, that's the thing. Because see, that I want him off that because these white supremacists out here, they don't give a fuck about it being a kid. They're locking up 6-year-olds. So on some real shit, that's what I'm saying. I don't want him out here, a kid run up on him and a seer put them hands on him, and the kid, they go get their parents, and these white supremacist parents, they don't give a shit about it being a kid. So, I kind of want to get him off that, Yeah. But yeah, man, again, shout out to Chicago, man. Y'all stop letting these coons like Evan F. Moore misrepresent Chi-Town, man. These are nothing but professional white ass-kissing, buck-dancing, sugar cane picking coons who misrepresent Chicago. They ain't nothing but coons for white mommy, white daddy, and they do not have the best interest of Chicago in mind. Because my thing, man, out there in Chicago, I'm not buying for a minute that the gang members have taken control of the streets. I don't believe that. Let's just keep it 100. Our government, we got one of the most powerful militaries, foreign and domestic, in the world. We got a military system, and the police force is a military system. Let's be very clear. Yeah, and go into some of those white areas and start getting buck wild, and you'll see that military system out there in Chicago that they have waiting. They allow black folks to get shot up out there. The white supremacists orchestrate and allow it. They could stop it overnight. If 54 people are getting shot in a weekend, either one, the police are doing it on the low, they're helping out, low-key shooting people too, the race soldiers, or two, they're the most incompetent police force in the world, and I don't believe that. They would have to be extremely incompetent if 54 people can get shot in a weekend and they don't know nothing. They can't curb that off. That's bullshit. That's bullshit if they cannot curb off those type of murders. What is the police doing then? What are you paying them tax dollars for? They can't come into the neighborhood and curb that off? That's bullshit. They can curb that off, just like they can curb off violence in Harlem. In Harlem, the cops are posted up all over the place. Because why? There's white people out there in Harlem now. So all of a sudden, you got cops patrolling everywhere to curb off violence. But in Chicago, we hear shootings every week, every month, every holiday, but the cops ain't out there curbing that shit off. That's because they're in on it. Let's just be clear, man. I'll stop believing all that. They put out all those scare tactic stories to justify harming all black folks. They put those scare tactic numbers out. They let it go on and on so that can justify gentrifying these places. Yeah, Harlem is very white right now. Harlem is very white. What's up, Box? And oh, by the way, y'all go get Hidden Colors 4 at hiddencolorsfilm.com. Get Hidden Colors 4 at hiddencolorsfilm.com. Yes, Chicago is segregated. What's Coco barking at? Must be the wife and the kids coming home, or Coco's barking at Animal Planet. Let me see who's on the phone. We got a lot of folks calling. What's up? Who's calling? Hey. Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Who's this?
This is Tanya out of Houston.
Hey, Tanya. How are you?
I'm good, Tariq. First of all, thanks for everything, man. I've been conscious for about a year now, and
Yes.
you have pulled me along, and I really appreciate it. You
Yes,
got it
man.
going on.
Yeah, I respect that, man. Thank you.
Now, my question is, okay, I started up a company in March, and I had like five of our people, black people. Everybody was excited. I put most of the money in, but I didn't care because I just wanted to get something going. And make a long story short, I'm stuck. Everybody fled. Excuses. So my question to you, because I'm not giving up, but
Yeah.
my question to you is, how can I make black people see, my people see that we can pretty much do anything. All we have to do is come together. They're so afraid to come together financially, mentally, the whole nine. And I mean, I'm not giving up on us because,
Yeah. Yeah.
but what's your advice to that?
Try your best to get around some like-minded people, and don't let the coons and the saboteurs detour you, because that, unfortunately, that's a part of what's in black society. It's like we have to look at it as a plantation. You still have people who are comfortable being on the plantation. So you want to get to the black folks who want to be free or who are already free. So you're going to have to start directing your clientele towards people who have no problem supporting a black business. And sometimes that circle is a little smaller. But again, you got to start somewhere and then branch out nationwide to different patches of people with that similar mindset. We get frustrated trying to convert the niggas in our local area. We can't convert everybody. That's going to get you so frustrated. So just focus on a small niche group of people. That's all you need. You need that little support, and then you expand, and then you expand, and then you expand. But that's why we have to get these little networks of people. And
Yeah.
this is why when we have lectures, these are the people you need to be networking with to do business. And that's what I do. I try to make sure that people pass out cards, people network with each other, find out who does who. When I was down in Memphis, I had a lot of people stand up talking about the kind of businesses they ran. And afterwards, I had so many people emailing me, "Hey, Tariq, what's that guy's name who said he owns a graphic company? Hey, Tariq, what's that guy's name who has an investment company?" So a lot of times we don't know that there's other black folks like us in
Mm-hmm.
these cities. Because, see, the coons are in abundance. But the thing is, it's just like copper. Copper you can find anywhere, but diamonds are in the rough. So we got to know where to go where the diamonds are. So that's why it's good to network in places and have events like the Hidden Color Screening and have lectures where people talk about empowerment. That's why what you should do in all of these other cities, y'all get your money together and bring down a Claude Anderson, bring down a George Frazier, bring down a Boyce Watkins, and that crowd, that's your 300. Always go back to the 300. All we need are 300 people. You get 300 people, that's down, you're going to win, because then that's going to expand to 300 more and 300 more. So that's why we need to have more events like this, and you'll get like-minded people patronizing these events. Got it?
Yes. Peace, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sister. All right.
Okay.
Yes, indeed, man. That's what we got to do. Look, and I was just talking about, yeah, we're going to do that pretty soon. The Hidden Colors Conference. We're going to do that. And I want to do it somewhere in Africa. I want to do that somewhere in Africa. And we're going to make that happen. We're going to make that happen. We're going to do a big conference. I'm going to bring the whole crew out there. And we're going to get there. Well, I want to do it in Africa. That will be monumental. Because I can get the UK brothers and sisters, they're down. The brothers in Amsterdam, they're down. It will be phenomenal, man. And I want to do it. I probably, where my Ghanaian people at? What's up, Black Mecca? Ghana, yeah. Everybody's saying Ghana, yeah. Ghana would be the great place to do it. Let's do this. Let's start looking for venues out there in Ghana where we can put it together. Say East Africa? No, it'll probably be in Ghana. Ghana. Ghana seems like the best option, absolutely. Because now I know you got direct flights going from New York to Ghana now, up in Accra. Yeah, so if y'all can do this, family, if y'all can look for some venues so we can get the preliminary stages going, let's make that happen, man. Well, let's get that popping. That will be huge. The Garvey story. Just saw the Garvey story. Where'd you see that? Ghana. Let me hold on. Let's take a look. My man said, "How much is it to go to Ghana?" Let's look at Expedia right now. Let's take a look. Let's take a look right now because I talked about doing this when I was out there in the UK. Well, let me look up flight and hotel. Flight and hotel. Hold on. I'm gonna look it up right now. LAX and Accra. Hold on. We're gonna look it up right now. Let me put let's say a few days. I'm about to look that up right now. Controller. All right. I'm looking up like a 5-day stay in Accra, Ghana, leaving LAX. So, but that's something we're going to put together. I'm going to start working on that now. So it'll be a couple of thousand. On the low end, I see some flights and hotels. This is a package deal, like 1,800, 2,000, around two. So you're looking at around 2,000 for flight and hotel. All right, around 2,000 for flight and hotel, around that. So if you go in groups, you see flights for 800. Okay, because I'm looking at flight and hotel. So and some people, y'all can just get a room and just get a lot of people to pile up in there. Ola said 1,300. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna get that popping. We're gonna get that popping definitely. Yeah, everybody start saving your money now. It's not too expensive. Shit, come on, DJ Willie, it ain't that expensive because people pay that to go to All Star Weekend. Let's be real. Oh, let's not do that now. When it's something where everybody's gonna get together to get on a code, oh, it's too expensive. Let it be a twerk contest at All Star Weekend. Oh, niggas will magically get that money right on up and rent a Lincoln a Lincoln Navigator. They rent all that shit. Yeah, but this will be historic. No, Midizat, whatever your name is. No, this ain't just a trip. No, we're talking about this is a conference. And this is a conference where we get a lot of people, a lot of lecturers together. This is like a big conference. This is what we're talking about. Yeah, so everybody start working on getting your passports and all that. Because, I bring, the crew from Hidden Colors, and I will bring some brothers, some scholars in from the UK. So we're going to make it pop off. My next lecture is in a couple of weeks. My next lecture is on the 15th. It will be in Boston. Then on the 23rd, it will be in Milwaukee. Then on the 30th, it will be in Cleveland. And on the 6th, it'll be in Phoenix. Possibly, we might be in Atlanta on the 21st or the 28th. We're still looking for a venue in D.C. We might be in Chicago on the 24th. We're waiting on confirmation for that. So that's something that we're looking into, getting that thing cracking in Africa, doing a conference out there. So we can go out there and really build some shit. Because when I go back out there, because when I was out there in South Africa, I'm out there making business connections. That's what I like to do. When I go to Africa, man, I like to see, okay, who can I do business with? Who's my connection here so I can do business with? There was an orphanage that I gave a lot of money to out there in South Africa and some other places. And I'm looking at people who manufacture clothes. That's my thing. And also when I go to Accra, when I go to Ghana, I want to see who we can do business with. Yeah, we talked about that. And look, and that's another thing where we're talking about supporting businesses. There's some nigga up in Brooklyn who's just selling bootleg copies of Hidden Colors 4. I mean, this nigga has a sign up that says Hidden Colors 4. And there was a couple of people trying to justify this dusty ass nigga shit. And that's the thing, family. We can't sit up and I put up a meme saying that we cannot be out here bragging about $1,200 weaves. You can't be bragging about $500 Jordans that you got off eBay or whatever. You can't be bragging about $1,300 rims. The rims you got from the Hispanics. The Jordans you got from a white company. The weave you got from the Asians. You'll pay top dollar for authentic nigga shit. But when it comes to something that's about black empowerment, all of a sudden, it's let me get that bootleg. See, on a subconscious level, we're going to have to stop devaluing ourselves. We got to stop being the dirty, dusty bootleg people. When it comes to other black folks, we got to half-ass with that. Everything has to be dirty, dusty, half-ass, and bootleg. We got to cut that out. That's something we're going to have to stop. Because that dusty bootleg mentality, that killed black businesses in the first place. Y'all got to understand, in the 1960s and 70s, when integration, meaning black folks were allowed to fully go give their money to every other group, black folks started to devalue black businesses. And that's why a lot of the black businesses fell off. Because black folks saw all the Asians coming in and all these other groups, and really the white people, because black folks were allowed to go into white stores and buy stuff. So now that white mommy and white daddy allowed black people to buy stuff, that low self-esteem that needed approval started kicking in. And a lot of black folks had it and have it. Let's be very honest. There's a low self-esteem there where subconsciously black people do look for approval from white people. So getting something white or white owned or white created, black folks will pay top dollar for that shit. And then when you get around a black person, and this started in the 60s, oh, well shit, black person, how come you can't give me that for free? So all of a sudden you get around black folks and you want shit for free. Also, when it came to black people, you know that a black business owner, he's in the same boat as you. Black folks don't have no real protection. So a dusty nigga, if he wants to gank or rob somebody, he know not to go over to white folks and try to rob them. He know the punishment will be severe. But he can rob Willie, who owns the little mom and pop store, go in there and shoplift, take all his stuff. And that was part of the thing that killed a lot of black businesses. The dustiness. That's why a lot of the black business owners said, hey, fuck this. I'll sell my little mom and pop to these new Koreans who come over here. That's why all the Koreans got all of those old stores that black folks said, hey, I can't do it no more. So when the Koreans came in, see, the thing is, black folks, you rob black folks, we don't have no protection. And then the thing is, you rob another black person and tell them not to snitch. Hey, man, if I rob you, understand the code. You better not snitch on me. That goes against the street code now. So you can't really clap on niggas if they try to gank you because, you know, you in the neighborhood, they know your family. So now these dusty niggas target you and your family. So black folks who were business owners, especially the mom and pops, they said, okay, well, shit, y'all Koreans, we'll sell it to you. So when the Koreans got it, the Koreans was like, hey, guess what? I don't have no sentimental connection to none of you niggas. And if y'all rob me, I'm shooting you. And you ain't getting shit for free. And black folks got in line. Okay. When the Koreans and the Asians and all these people came in, they're like, fuck you. You ain't getting nothing for free and I'll shoot you if you don't leave my store. And white folks protect me to a certain degree. So that's why all of these Korean businesses and Asian businesses popped up. And black folks got this thing even now. When a black business owner starts something, all of a sudden they're supposed to do it for free. Because really, what it boils down to, how come you got more money than me and we look alike? That's what it really boils down to. Don't let nobody run this game on, hey man, you my brother. That's a con game. Even when niggas bootleg Hidden Colors, it ain't, man, this is about the knowledge, It ain't got a goddamn thing to do with no knowledge. Because if you bootlegging the shit, you go against the knowledge of the film. The knowledge of the film is all about creating an economic base. So if you're about the knowledge, you're contradicting the knowledge by bootlegging it. Dummy. If you bootleg it, you don't give a shit about the knowledge. You're directly going past the knowledge. What it's really about, the bootlegging is about, hey, why you got more money than me and you making more money than me and you successful and you look like me? Man, let this dude bootleg the movie. He needs the money. It's that nigga slave plantation talk that's going to have to go from black society. We don't need that slave plantation bullshit. That's why we don't have no economic base. We got to stop that childish, short-sighted bullshit like we're a bunch of babies. We got to have what we want right now. Forget about how this is going to affect us in the long run. That's that short-sighted, I'm a baby, yeah, give me what I want right now. And then you eat candy and get sick and fat and sloppy and diabetes from eating candy because you wanted a quick fix. Yeah, niggas got a bootleg DVD, but you wearing brand new Jordans. You got a bootleg DVD, but you got a $1,200 Remy weave in your head. Now, PPL, you're trolling. Stop it. Now, that's another thing. You got niggas out here who want to be objectionable just for the sake of being objectionable, and that's some more nigga shit, because now it's time for attention. That's another thing. Niggas figured out if I go against the grain and say something real stupid, everybody will look at me and then argue with me, and I'll get attention. Yay! Fuck that. Get out of here, nigga. That's attention shit you talking. Yeah, we got the contrary niggas just for being contrary just for the sake of being contrary because they get attention. Fuck all that. That's more nigga shit. But it's all about not letting, I don't want to see somebody else get some paper. I don't want nobody else to get no paper but me. And then there is no economic base. We got to stop this childlike thing where we act dumb when it comes to business. Because let me tell you something. This is why in the late 90s, early 2000s, that's why all those black bookstores started to fall off. So many black bookstores started to close down, and a lot of our great speakers, some of them, they were dormant for a while. A lot of them, we're bringing them back out there in the spotlight because you had so many great scholars out here bringing this information. And, you know, they have to make a living. You got these people doing this research, doing these studies, putting in great work, and they're not being financially supported because they put out something and then everybody bootlegs it, and they're bootlegging the books and the DVDs. So now these people can't really sustain themselves. That's why brothers like Dr. Ben was up in a nursing home broke. This man spent, 60 years? Plus, probably more than that, dropping heat. And the fake fucking Hotep niggas sat up and let this man whilst away in a damn nursing home with no money and nothing. A lot of these scholars, man, they were struggling financially. And that's some ass backwards shit. We got to cut that out. We can't bootleg people shit and economically sabotage them when they're giving us good information. We got to create that economic base. And a lot of these bookstores, they couldn't sustain themselves because remember in the early 90s, there were black bookstores everywhere. But by the late 90s, early 2000s, those bookstores started to disappear. Why? Because of niggas bootlegging. Yeah, shout out to Black and Nobel. They're going strong out there in Philly. But a lot of that bootlegging destroyed a lot of the black bookstores because you got to have a circular base of income. With our income, it's that childish shit. We throw that shit all over the place, and there's no order with the income. It has to be a circle. The money has to be cycled. What you have to do, you have to have people create the product, produce the product, send the product to a distributor. The distributor sends the product to the bookstores. The customer comes in, support the bookstores. The distributor gets paid. The person who created gets paid. And then the circle repeats itself. See, that's basic business. That's how the business keeps going. And it grows and it grows and it grows like that. So the more stuff you put out, the more people support it. The bookstores get supported, they get their money. The distributors get supported, they get their money. The people who make it, they get supported, they get their money, and they can create more stuff. And that encourages other people to create more stuff, to give to the bookstores, to give to the distributors, to give to the customers. The customers support that, and it's an economy that you have. Our fucked up thinking, we put out a product, a few bookstores get it, dozens of bootleg dusty niggas get it. The money don't come back to no distributor. The money doesn't come back to the bookstores. The bookstores are wilting away because niggas can get the shit for $3 and it's low quality on the streets. The bootleggers are running buying their crack because usually it's dusty little crackhead type niggas who bootleg shit. The person who made the product, they're not getting the money circulated back. The dusty bootleggers running over to get some rims and nigga shit because they ain't thinking about no black empowerment. And then we wonder where the industry goes because people don't have enough discipline to say, okay, collectively, let's get a code. Oh, they can bootleg books now. They can definitely bootleg books. But we got to understand basic economics and not this niggertree that we take pride in. You got niggas out here bragging about bootleg. Man, yeah, I bought that shit for $3 on 125th. Fuck that. I'm going to get me that shit for $3. And take their ass to the Nike store. How much of them Jordans? 300? Okay, white daddy. How much of the new J's? I sure will get them. So that ass, we think so fucking backwards. Other people look at us and like, God damn, what's wrong with these niggas? Look at these niggas. Because niggas will brag about bootlegging. Because what they're bragging is, aha, I ain't letting you make no money. That's what they're doing. That's really what it's about. It's like, aha, nigga who look like me because I got a low self-esteem and you look like me, so I'm going to project my low self-esteem on you. You ain't getting no money. Aha. It's that type of shit. But they'll go somewhere and let somebody fuck them in the ass to get money for Jordans. You got niggas out here tricking for Jordans. These niggas are spending the night at Bishop Eddie Long's house to get a pair of Jordans. And that's nothing. Y'all watching them old moist sugar daddies. I'm serious. You got niggas out here with moist sugar daddies. Let's keep it real. That's another thing we gotta talk about. There's that moist fuck shit that be going on. Where y'all think some of these little niggas be getting these J's from? Some of these niggas don't be having no job, so where y'all think they be getting these J's from? There's a reason why some of these little niggas be wearing skinny jeans and belly rings and shit. That nigga went down to choir rehearsal and came back with a bag of Jordans. What was that nigga doing at choir rehearsal? These niggas will give a motherfucker a hand job for some money for Jordans. You dig? Nigga, Beyond DJ. Ola, get Beyond DJ out of here. Ola, Beyond DJ, get this bitch nigga out of here. Y'all know what's up. Some of y'all niggas know who you are. Because see, we put value on nigga shit. So niggas will do anything. You know, niggas will kill for some damn Jordans. A nigga with that nigga spirit. Because we put value on nigga trinkets all day. So if niggas will kill for some shit, they'd open up their ass for it. If you would kill for something, you'll crack them butt cheeks wide open for them same damn shoes. Man. Y'all better question why some of these little niggas out here, where they ain't got no money, they live in the projects, but they just happen to have some Jordans that they got off eBay. They didn't get them from the store because the shit was sold out. The niggas got them $500 Jordans that they be selling on eBay. Some of them shits go up to $600. You see a nigga with some $600 Jordans and he's in the projects, you better watch how that nigga walk. That nigga walk, his walk might be a little stiff because his booty is sore. What did he have to do to get them Jordans? He ain't trapping. He ain't out here moving no weight. Nah, a lot of these niggas ain't out here on no trap shit. As y'all assume that the niggas out here moving weight. Some of these bitch-made niggas ain't out here moving no weight. The minute they step out here in the streets, a nigga clap their fucking wig back. So these niggas ain't out here moving no weight at all. So stop thinking that. You know, oh, he's out here trapping. Nah. He ain't trapping. He's scatting. That nigga scatting on somebody's booty. These little niggas out here tricking, man. Niggas out here straight tricking for joy. Look at it. Y'all look at that Bishop Eddie Long story. Bishop Eddie Long was those dudes that he got accused of messing with. Bishop was buying them niggas all types of shit. Them moist sugar daddies be breaking bread. Yeah, them moist sugar daddies be breaking bread, dude. The trapping dick betwixt them. He said they be trapping dick betwixt their butts. My nigga said betwixt. Man. You dig? So you got to watch out for that. Anonymous, you call. Let me see who's calling. We got a lot of calls in here. What's up? Who's calling?
Peace, Tariq. This is DJ Full Moon calling from Mobile, brother.
Hey, man. How you doing, fam?
What's going on? The reason for I called tonight, man, have you heard about the Mike Moore case, the slaying of Mike Moore?
I kind of did hear. What happened with that? Wasn't that down there in Mobile?
Yeah, it was a few days before Father's Day. A police off duty pulled him over, and he didn't have his video camera on, and he shot 8 times, and I want to say 6 bullets hit him.
Yeah.
But they covered it up. I was saying if you could put it on the guy could do a story on Melon Nation, because CNN ain't been reporting it. Fox. The person who retweeted was Big Boy from Outkast.
Okay, email me all the details, because I heard little bits and pieces about it, and I wanted to get the whole clarity on it, because a lot of times people send stuff, and that's the thing. I like to post stuff where there's clarity and I know what's what, because people got a habit of putting out bullshit information, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to be I got to verify things. So email me all the real pertinent information, and we'll do something on it. All right?
All right. Thank you, brother.
Because the thing is, man, a lot of times folks will post some shit and be like, hey, man, this is crazy. And they'll act like it was something that just happened. It'll be a story from like a year or so ago. So you got to be very careful about the information that people give. Because a lot of times people don't look at shit. Especially black folks. We just look at the headlines and just run with the headlines and don't research nothing. And I like to research. I like to know what's happening. I like to know what's going on. Now, y'all heard about what's happening out there. Earlier in Central Park, there was an explosion out there in Central Park. Shout out to my New York people. Y'all be safe out there in New York. There was a dude, they said he was climbing rocks up in Central Park, and then he stepped on something, and that shit blew his foot off. Part of his leg off or something, but I know it blew his damn foot off. Some people say it was his foot. Some people said it was his leg. And what's interesting, they tried to downplay it a little bit. They tried to make it seem like, well, it was a fireworks accident. And I don't know about that. Maybe they don't want people to panic because it's 4th of July weekend. And if there's a panic, more shit can pop off. But they tried to say that this was possibly a fireworks. And I know de Blasio put out a tweet, hey, y'all got to be careful with the fireworks. I'm like, all right, de Blasio, that sounds like some bullshit. That wasn't no damn fireworks. And I was like, how do fireworks blow your foot off? And you got a bunch of fake troll firework experts. They can't blow your foot off. First of all, fireworks blow your shit off if you light it. You just can't step on an unlit firecracker and it blow your shit up. I mean, that shit is rare if it happens. Yeah, certain fireworks can, mess your limbs up or whatever if you light it. And even some of the witnesses there, they said there was like a crater in the ground where it blew up. So they're saying that ain't no damn firework. Especially if the shit wasn't lit. I mean, that just destroys that whole fireworks shit right there. If it wasn't lit, stepping on some fireworks don't make it blow your fucking foot off. So it sounds like somebody planted that there, some kind of landmine. That sounded like a landmine. What's a landmine doing out there? So that is crazy as hell. So sounds like somebody planted it out there. They're trying to figure out who. But it sounds like they're trying to downplay it so that people won't panic. So that's what I'm saying. Be careful out there. Because they talking about it was a firecracker and all that, but I know for a fact they stepped up the police presence though out there. They got the police out there heavy. They definitely stepped up the police presence, so they gotta know that it wasn't no damn firecracker. Yeah, it definitely sounds like some kind of landmine. That's crazy, man. So we got to be careful out there because look, all around the world, there's these bomb attacks and all this stuff. And, we got to understand the game. We got to see what's going on. And also, look, with all these people, and the black folks, this is another thing. We got to stop jumping in front of the bullet for all these other groups. Now that these other groups, these Arab groups and other groups are getting put in the hot seat, we don't have to be, because now people are running to black folks because of the whole Donald Trump crowd. Like, hey, at least Donald Trump is racist, man. Come run with us, black folks. Like, no. Nah. We're going to have to let people hold their own nuts. Now they're talking about, that Brexit thing out there in the UK. And all of these immigrant groups are complaining. And then they want to run and grab black folks. Nah. Y'all got to hold your own nuts. Y'all got to hold your own. Don't call us now. Y'all weren't calling us when we needed you. All you so-called immigrants. As a matter of fact, some of y'all immigrants, y'all banded together to have the right to harm us. Shout out to Peter Liang. So don't come running to us now, immigrant groups, because we're not immigrants here. We built this spot. We're the only non-immigrants here. So y'all got to hold your own nuts, man. We over here dealing with black issues. And I'm always telling people, look, all the resources that they be allocating to all of these immigrant groups, now it's time to allocate those resources to us. That's what I'm concerned about. Don't come holding my hand now. Ain't no disrespect to no other group, but hey, y'all handle that just like we got to handle our shit. Ain't nobody coming to our rescue. So don't call us to be your martyr. We ain't going to martyr ourselves for no other groups. I'm cool on that. Nobody's martyring themselves for us. They shit on us. So do you. You'll be all right. We'll pray for you. Yeah, that Jesse Williams backlash. With the Jesse Williams, shout out to brother Jesse Williams. The white supremacists, they're trying to get that man fired off his show. They're upset with him, and that's the thing. That's how sick white supremacy is. When we say, hey, man, we don't want to be brutalized, by state-sanctioned police. We don't want to be brutalized by our own government that's supposed to protect us. Well, you're being reverse racist. Stop. That's why I understand this. When I debate white supremacists, and if y'all look at my debates, understand this. When I debate white supremacists, and this is how you can beat the white supremacists in debates. This is why I always beat them, the white supremacists and the coons. You have to understand, my job is to not turn the white supremacists or the coon mind around. It's not my job to turn their mind around. It's not my job. That's not my objective. My objective is usually when I'm debating them, my objective is to teach you, black people watching, the lies and the deceit that they utilize on us. That's what I do. That's my purpose. My purpose is to expose their lies and their tactics, because anybody who's a coon or white supremacist, I already know going in, they're going to start lying. That's how you maintain white supremacy, is by lying and deception. That's why you watch Hidden Colors 4. We break down the religion, how deception is one of the major commandments of white supremacy. So I already know going in they're going to lie. So my job is to show you and expose their lies and make their lies so ridiculous that they lose credibility with other black folks, so we can see that we don't have to believe everything the white supremacists and the coons tell us. That's how you got to deal with them. Just logics and facts. I do not try to, like when I debated Jesse Lee Peterson. See, I've seen other black folks debate Jesse Lee Peterson, and they try to convince him to see the light. You get frustrated doing that, because Jesse, he knows he's a coon. Jesse's full aware he's a coon. So my job when I debated him was to make his coonery so ridiculous sounding, even he knows it sounds ridiculous. And then when he starts doing ridiculous cooning, it becomes comical, and he makes himself look like a joke. Did Jesus love the coons? And he starts saying crazy, silly shit that just destroys his own credibility. That's how you do. You got to box them in with their own lies. Yeah, that debate, if you want to see a funny debate, look at that. That's how you handle a coon. Oh, Jesse's a proud one. Oh, yeah. So, logic, you can't, trying to logically get them to see your point of view, no. You're going to get frustrated doing that. They know they're cooning. Just like a white supremacist know that he's lying. So you just have to expose their lies. And expose their codes and expose their tactics. Let me get this call here. Yo, hello?
Hello?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
What's your name?
My name is Amar. How are you?
I'm good, Amar. Where are you calling from, dear?
I am calling from the Bay Area.
There you go. Did you come to my lecture when I was out there?
What'd you say?
Did you come to my lecture when I was out there in the Bay?
Oh, yes. I asked the question as well.
Which one were you?
I was the one in the front, and I asked, how do you handle racism in the workplace?
Oh, okay. Because I remember the long-winded girl out there.
Yeah, I had a gold shirt on. Yeah.
Okay, so what's on your mind, Amara?
What was that?
What's on your mind, dear?
How are you?
I'm good.
I just want to let you know that I really, 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 I just love you to itty bitty pieces. Everything you say is on point. It's always matter of fact, and you tell it like it is. There's a lady who lives in my building, and she's kind of like what you would call a shea butter, cookie shell type person. And she was like, "Oh, Tariq is reaching." I said, "Reaching? Well, I'm holding on to his waist if he's reaching, because what he says is on point." I just want to let you know I appreciate it.
No, what was she saying? I was reaching on?
I know everything, because I guess she's trying to assimilate with because she works in a teaching environment, so she's trying to assimilate into all lives matter. That's what I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Type mindset, because you know what I mean. Because that's how I took it. Because I was like, "What do you mean?" And I was confused. Yeah. And we haven't really thought eye to eye since. But
oh yeah. Whenever somebody, and that's another thing. Whenever somebody tries to say something slick about hidden colors, yeah, fuck that hidden colors. They don't. Look at them. It's always one of these all lives matter. All white folks ain't bad. Can we all swirl and get along? It's them type of niggas.
Exactly. And I put you to the side because I know what the real is, you know what I mean? And I'm strictly Black lives, you know what I mean? I'm strictly masculinity, you know, everything. You know, I'm team Black man, for real.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for the call, dear. Oh, shit. Was she trying to ask another question? Because her phone was really janky. Okay, I didn't know she was going to ask another question. My bad. But yeah, the sister made a great point. That's so true, man. It's always them shea butter bedwenches and these sugarcane picking coons who's always got something slick to say about hidden colors. They can't debunk anything. They always make these bullshit ass general ass critiques. Man, with hidden colors, I don't think it was researched enough. Okay, specifically point to it. All of it. I don't think it was talking about white folks. Shut up, nigga. Always a nigga being Steven from Django, wanting to jump in front of Calvin Candy and to take the bullet for himself. It's always one of them niggas. Don't you be talking about them white folk now. That's why, y'all know on Twitter the other day, they were going in on Justin Timberlake. And I think that was last week. And so many buck dancing Negroes were jumping to Justin Timberlake's defense. Ooh, leave Justin alone. And these niggas are talking about each other like a dog on Twitter. But oh Lord, how dare you talk about white daddy Justin Timberlake? Oh, they jumped to his rescue. And that just proved, that was one of the reasons why, with the Hidden Color series, I'm very careful not to go, especially in the first couple of Hidden Colors, I was very careful not to go hard on just beating white people up or just even beating up on the white supremacists. Because even all the series, you notice we're not just beating up white people. We're not just, saying shit, just calling them names. We're not. We put stuff in a historic context. We differentiate between white supremacists and the regular white population. So we're not beating up on white people. And I've made a conscious decision to do that because I know how a lot of black people are. Because unfortunately, black people, if you start beating up on white people and start really just digging in on them, and it starts getting cruel, black folks will start getting turned off because black people will start wanting to protect them. There's too many black folks who will start, that slave gene will pop up and be like, no, Lord, leave him alone. Leave Master alone. And y'all saw that with that whole Justin Timberlake. When people were getting on Justin Timberlake, oh, Lord, don't you talk about Justin Timberlake, Lord. Oh, they'll come to the rescue. Just like that, y'all remember that photograph in Michigan years ago when I posted that on Twitter. It was a Klan rally, a Klan skinhead rally in Michigan somewhere. And one of those Klan members, brothers caught his ass slipping. They were about to give him that work. They knocked him down. They about to whoop his ass. Then this sister jumped up. Leave him alone, Lord, Lord, Lord. Don't hurt him, Lord. She jumped her butter biscuit eating ass up there over him, shielding him. Where's that picture? Let me find that picture. Hold on, I'm going to show y'all. For those who don't know what I'm talking about. This is a picture from probably about in the 90s, I think. I don't know, this is an old picture. Let me show y'all this picture. Hold on. I'm going to show y'all exactly what I'm talking about. In this picture, here it is right here. Okay, let me show y'all this picture. Now this picture, what is this picture from? I'm just looking at the shit they had on, so I'm thinking it's like the early 90s, because they all look like they were extras in a fucking Drew Hill video. think the girl's name was Keisha Thomas. Hold on, let me show y'all this. And this is a white supremacist. Hold on, let me show y'all this. Hold on one second. I got it right here. Hold on, give me a minute. Give me a second. And this, I think this was in Michigan, if I'm not correct. Keisha Thomas, okay. Keisha Thomas. Okay. All right, now here's one. All right, look at she. Don't she look like a slave? No, Lord, leave him alone, Lord. She was on Geraldo, huh? And this is another one. Oh, she's protecting that white supremacist. Oh Lord, she just sound like a leave him alone, Lord. Don't touch him, Lord. Good Lord. And the brother in the back about to give him that word. Look at the brother in the back. The brother in the back about to give him that work. She's get her ass out the way and let him get that damn work. What is you protecting these goddamn terrorists for? Lord, don't touch him, Lord. Lord, Ray! Good Lord, man. What's my mom texting? Don't know. Hold on. Show my mom is texting me. My God. Dude, we got to get that slave shit up out of us, man. With this thing where we want to protect that, we got that bad, man. This is a motherfucker. He's a Klan member. He's a neo-Nazi. He got a Confederate shirt on. This motherfucker's talking about harming black folks. She gonna run her ass out there protecting his ass. Hold on, let me show you another picture because they had sticks on his ass. Hold on, let me show y'all another picture. They were giving him that work. Hold on. Let me show y'all another picture. Let me show y'all the work they were giving his ass. Hold on. They were putting them things on his ass. Hold on. There's another picture. Hold on. Let me show y'all this. Hold on. Where is it? Okay, this one right here. All right. Look at this. Look at the cat with the he got two sticks. Hold on, look. That brother was lighting his ass up with two sticks. Dude, if a white supremacist terrorist comes into your neighborhood to harm you, don't protect them. Let brothers give them that work. These white supremacists are trying to harm you. These people want to kill you. Step your ass back and let brothers handle that. Let me show one more time. That brother like he's playing the drums on his ass. Oh, Lord. Yeah, he's about to whoop that trick. And she gonna go jump in. Oh, leave him alone, Lord. This is wrong. She turning to Ray Lewis. This is wrong. God damn, will we stop acting like fucking coons all the time? Again, that's why, again, with the hidden colors, I had to be very careful because I know our people. I know so many of us got that slave gene. If you go in too hard, we start protecting. That's why with the first couple of hidden colors, a lot of stuff from Shahrazad Ali I had to take out. Because, Shahrazad Ali, that's like my second mom. Yeah, I love her. She's like my third mom. Dr. Welsing was my second mom. Shahrazad Ali is my third mom. But I had to take some of Shahrazad Ali. Some of the stuff I had to take out because Shahrazad Ali goes all the way in. So when we were interviewing her, she was going for the jugular. I said, okay, let me, take some of this out because I know black folks, they hear this sister going in on white supremacy. She don't fuck around. I said, some black folks say they gonna trip. You dig? Also, when we did 2, I had to take some of Paul Mooney's stuff out because Paul Mooney was going in too hard. I said, let me take this out. Some of this stuff because Paul is going too hard. Paul don't fuck around either. June, yes, I knew it was in the 90s. It was 96. Hold on, let me read that. So that's Keisha Thomas went to a protest hate rally. She ended up safeguarding one of the supporters of the haters who came under attack. She received the Congress of Racial Equality's Harmony Award. A stranger gave her $1,000 towards her freshman year tuition. She's spreading the message of nonviolence. Fuck out of here. Oh, they rewarded her for saving that damn white supremacist. They gave her some proverbial butter biscuits. Fuck that. They gave her some proverbial butter biscuits for saving that damn terrorist. Fuck the butter biscuits, man. Let them get that work, man. They coming out there trying to harm people in our community. Let them get that work. Oh, yeah, brother. Paul Mooney goes all the way in, man. Yeah, Paul Mooney goes all the way in. What's up, big man? You say we called white people savages? No, we didn't. No, we didn't. We didn't call white people savages in Hidden Colors 4. That's not true. So that's the thing. If people try to talk about Hidden Colors, if they got a problem with something, usually it's some shit that they made up that ain't even in there. Man. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, but yeah, Paul goes in. But now, speaking of cooning, have any of y'all seen the new Purge movie? Have y'all seen the new Purge movie? Purge, the election year, something like that. If you saw the Purge movie, press 2. If you saw Purge, press 2. Got to talk about this Purge. Now, I want to see Tarzan. I heard there's some funny style stuff going on with Tarzan. I haven't seen Tarzan yet, but I got to see that. I got to see Tarzan. But the Purge movie, y'all saw it? Let's get into that Purge. Man, the Purge wasn't bad. It was an entertaining movie. The Purge 3, it wasn't as good as the second one. I like the second one better. And I'm going to give some spoilers for those who haven't seen it, so you might want to mute this for about 5 minutes and then see it and then listen to the playback later. But I'm going to give some spoilers. So for 5 minutes, just kind of mute this if you want to see it, all right? Because people be like, oh, you spoiled the movie. Motherfucker, mute this if you have not seen it and you want to see it, and then listen to it after you see it. So the Purge, this time, basically, they're doing a play on Trump and Hillary, all right? They had this far-right dude running for president, and they had this female who's basically Hillary Clinton. And Trump and Hillary Clinton, they're fighting for presidency. And in the Purge, there's a new rule where state officials are not exempt, so everybody can get killed in the Purge. That includes political people, presidents, runners-ups, senators. So that's the premise. And Michael T. Williams, You know, he played Bubba Gump. He plays a shop owner. And there were some things in there that was, they had a couple of lines that had him cooning the fuck up. There was a couple of things in there that had him cooning it up. So he owns this store, and you know, ooh, this is my store. I work so hard for my store. I got to watch my store. This store is all I got. So he's on the roof, you know, trying to pick off purgers and all this old stuff. And the Hillary Clinton character, and I keep calling the Hillary Clinton because that's what she was based off of, basically. So there's a white supremacist organization, some dudes with white power. It's some real deep shit. They're telling you some real heavy shit. The Hillary Clinton character, she's trying to stop the purge. When she gets elected, she's going to cut the purge out because it's wrong, because they target the poor, people of color, the lowest denominator, and that's a way to wipe them out so they don't have to give them welfare. A lot of coded messages in this shit. So these white supremacist groups, there's a white supremacist militia group, got all this advanced weaponry, and they're trying to kill the Hillary Clinton character. And they're trying to get her to take her to the Trump character so the Trump character can purge her in a room full of wealthy white people. Real deep shit. So while she's running around with this Secret Service guy, the Secret Service guy is protecting her and all that. So they run into the Bubba Gump dude. They run into Michael T. Williams, and they end up going in his store, and they're going around with him trying to go to a safe place. And there's a scene, and you could tell a lot of white writers who wrote this bullshit. There's a scene where the Bubba Gump character, and I keep calling him Bubba Gump because that's what y'all remember him from, Michael T. Williams. They're in this like ambulance van, and they're driving around, and then they get caught up by these gang members. And the gang members see them, and they start walking towards the van. And this nigga says some of the most... He said this line in the movie. He was like, uh-oh, there's a bunch of Negroes coming our way, and we look like a bucket of chicken. And we looked at each other in the movie theater like, okay. What white supremacist wrote this bullshit? That was clearly some racist fuck screenwriter who wrote that, tried to get their little racist joke off, and gave the racist joke to the black person so they can get away with it. I'm like, okay. So that right there just kind of took me out of it. I'm like, okay. He said, you almost walked out. I'm like, no, I'm looking at the movie real funny style at this point. After that line, I'm like, okay, now the bullshit is about to pop off. And sure enough, the bullshit was popping off. All right, so they've established him as being a coon. So now you got all these gangbangers there, or these dudes, a bunch of black dudes, trying to tow the van over. They're they're beating on the van, trying to get them out so they can purge them. So the Bubba Gump character, he starts whistling. He was like, he starts whistling. And the white character's like, hey, what's that? What are you doing? Like, that's the Crip whistle. So they whistled back. So now, I used to have a pass. This is getting like hella cheesy now. So he's doing the Crip whistle. They throw a Crip whistle back at him. So, oh, they cool. They Crips like me. Who wrote this shit, man? I'm like, what goofy ass white supremacist nerd wrote this shit? So he gives the Crip whistle, so now the Crips are helping them get away now. So they go to a safe zone. I'm telling y'all, this shit, the writing, I'm like, who wrote this shit? So they go to this safe zone, and now there's some black militant dudes operating this safe zone. And they plan on killing the Donald Trump character. They plan on assassinating him. And the Hillary character, oh no, you can't kill him. You can't do that. That would make you worse than them and all that. So I'm gonna skip over some shit. So they go to this church. They're fighting the Trump character, and they somebody kidnaps the Hillary character. So they're all in a room, and the militant black dudes, they don't know who to trust, so they got guns on people. They don't know who to trust, the militant black dudes. The Bubba Gump character was like, look, I like Negroes, I like black folks, but y'all better not hurt these white people. I ain't gonna let y'all kill these white people now. He literally said that in the goddamn movie. It wasn't a comedy. It's like, I ain't gonna let y'all kill these white people now. I'm like, oh my God. This fucking. So we got the fried chicken, the Crip whistle. Yous ain't gonna kill the white folks, and then his dumb ass get killed. He's that token Negro, magic Negro martyr, jumping in front of bullets for white folks. He jumped his black ass in front of a bullet and got killed. Oh Lord. Just nigga fest, coon fest. The Purge. How's the seer, babe? So nothing was wrong with his ear? Come here and let people see your belly, babe. Let's see the baby. Look at Peanut's belly, y'all. Come here, sweetie. So, is he asleep right now?
Oh, they're eating in and out.
Oh, they eating? Your sister up there still? Mm-hmm. Look at the new baby. Look at that belly, y'all. That belly is out there. It's popping.
What are you talking about?
Yes, indeed. We got, how many months? We got 2 months, right?
Yeah.
2 months for the due date. Yes, indeed. Oh, man. The character, I'm waiting on this nigga to go, Ray! It was, I was surprised he didn't yell Ray. It's not a comedy. Tell them about a seer after I was telling them about a seer at the play place. Tell them what a seer was doing.
Beating little kids' ass.
A seer, man, our son be beating the fuck out of other kids, dude. And don't he jump on kids at the playground?
I know. He doing the big kids.
Yeah.
Like the doctor actually. This place was like, how big is your husband? Or he's like, he said that Asir looked 3.
Yeah, Seer's a big little. He's a little stocky boy.
He said this one looks 5.
Yeah. Yeah, Seer's a little stocky boy. And Asir be rolling the fuck up on big ass kids, man.
How many kids are
How many kids? Man.
Someone asked me.
Yes, you want
a name.
Yeah, we got the name for him. We'll reveal that when he's born. Yeah, he's a September baby like you. Yeah. He keep a knocked up hilarious. Permanently pregnant land. Yeah, Seer, man. I'm like, damn, Asir. So we making a school. We got a lot of them. Yeah, I don't want Asir to be a bully. Because he's, like I said, he's so used to fighting his brother. And he's real rough with his brother. And he wrestles TJ around. And he be grabbing.
He's the opposite of TJ. TJ wasn't like that.
Yeah, TJ was not like that. TJ's a very sweet little boy. So TJ, he don't do all that. TJ, he's cool. But TJ thinks it's funny when Asir beats him up, though. That's the thing.
He starts to hit, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have all September children. Well, we had first 2 February.
Yeah, Asir and TJ are born a day apart. Yeah. Are we accepting gifts? Yeah, y'all can send gifts. Yeah. Y'all can send gifts. Yeah, but Asir's little...
Is that Virgo? Yes. I don't know.
Is that a Virgo? What's September? Virgo, September is Virgo?
I don't know what September.
What's Asir and TJ? Aquarius, right? Or Pisces?
It's Aquarius.
Aquarius, okay.
It's basically the same day.
Yeah,
yeah. Aquarius.
Okay. Yeah. What did we say?
So everybody for the right September.
He's waiting for what? He's waiting for the white hilarious. Man. Second baby boy is always aggressive. Is that right, Quia?
Middle child, probably.
Is it a middle child thing? He got to fight for his. Because, see, TJ takes his shit all the time. Every time I see us playing with toys, TJ run and grab it. It's that possessive thing.
He pushes him, too, sometimes.
Yeah. So yeah, he kind of pushes,
runs off.
He'll push him and run off. Kind of bully him a little bit. So Sears like, you know what? Fuck this. I ain't about to take no ass whoopings in my house. Man. Me and TJ running around.
It's another boy.
Yeah, we got another boy coming. We got a house. We're gonna have a house full of damn boys, man. Yeah, it was good, man. What's up, dudes? You're September 9th? Okay. It doesn't seem to know how to crib whistle. Hilarious. Man. No, we don't have a registry. How do you do that? A registry?
You do it at like Target or wherever you want to do it, but I haven't done that yet.
Okay. Can you do like an Amazon registry?
Yeah, you can. I should do that. I mean, it's not because I didn't need like a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, because we already got stuff, but if y'all want to get stuff, because I don't, I appreciate people sending stuff, because a lot of stuff we keep as souvenirs. A sister gave me that baby, that
the little onesie.
That onesie that had the word Frequan on it, man. It's hilarious.
You always can use diapers and wipes. That
yeah,
go out of style.
Yeah, y'all can send us some goddamn diapers and baby wipes. And some bottles in here. We can always use that because we got some a house full of shitty babies. The next baby will be a girl. Yeah, we were hoping for a girl this time. Peanut was upset when I found out it was a boy. No, she ain't gonna do it natural this time.
What are you talking about? You can still do it natural wherever you have a baby.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
No, so we're gonna have a Quoquanisha. Hilarious. I know. This new baby with these two rough ass brothers. He be rough.
Mm-hmm. Does it seem like I'm pregnant?
It does kind of seem like you stay pregnant all the time. So Peanut's gonna have 10 kids. Peanut is fine. Is she a fine pregnant lady?
Whose fault is that?
Mm-hmm.
Over there. Oh, is there something on here?
What's that? Nah. So y'all gonna need some shea butter.
I use it.
Natural.
Well, do you need some French fries?
No, I'm good. I have some nasty ass Del Taco. That shit was nasty. I don't know. They had a whack cook in there. That shit was whack as shit. Man. Nothing but warriors, yes indeed. A black Kourtney Kardashian, hilarious.
Oh, that's true.
Man. You about to pay the boys?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I want y'all to give to Peanut over here twerking. Pregnant women ain't supposed to twerk. That's wayward and thottish. But I definitely want to get that conference going in Africa.
I came on here to ask you if that Coco or not.
I did feed her, yeah. Y'all can give her something else because you know how she is. What was that? Hold on. Sorry about that. Let me see who we got here. What's up? Who's calling?
Hello?
Hey, who is this?
Am I online?
Yes, you are. We're live. Who is this?
Oh my God, this is Ivory from New York.
Ivory?
Yes, Ivory Williams.
Hi, how you doing, Ivory?
Good. I didn't even think he was gonna answer.
That kills me when people call up and they be like, "Oh damn, I didn't know you were gonna answer. What you call for? You knew I was gonna answer. You wanted me to answer, right?"
Yeah, I did. First of all, I want to tell you thank you for Hidden Colors 4. It was really good.
Thank you.
I'll tell my family about it. You did an excellent job.
Thank you, dear.
Also, I wanted to get your advice on something.
Go ahead.
What is your advice to because I'm from New York and I'm trying to get a gig and it's really hard to get a job nowadays. I don't know what's going on, but what's your advice to a young Black sister that's trying to make it and taking it day by day? And
now, what kind of work do you? What kind of work are you 2 questions. What kind of work do you attain? What would be your ideal job?
Right now, I'm probably doing a little bit of personal training. You can check me out on Facebook. I use Open Diary because I have a Facebook page.
Let me look at it.
And I follow you too.
Hold on, let me look at it real quickly. Facebook. So, what's your Facebook page?
Ivory Open Diary.
Okay, Ivory Open Diary. Okay, let me look at you. Okay, there you go. I think have I seen your picture before? Okay. And so you do fitness.
Yeah.
Okay. You're a nice looking sister. Nice in shape. Okay.
Decent.
Yeah. Now, how old are you, Ivory?
I'm 25.
Oh, how long you been doing it? Are your family, they're Nigerian or something?
Huh?
Is your family Nigerian or from Africa? You kind of have a model-esque Nigerian look.
My mom is Jamaican and my father's American.
Oh, okay. And how long you been doing the personal training and the fitness and all that?
I've been doing it for a year straight.
Okay. So what you should do, until you get hired somewhere, what you can do is try to use your personal training as a gig. You need to promote that. You need to go to different gyms and let people know that you do personal training, and you can hook them up. Do it for a real reasonable fee just to get some income coming in, because you got a skill. I'm thinking you about to say you some kind of sloppy chick or whatever who's, just trying to do whatever they can do. You got a skill. You're in very good shape, so you're your own billboard. So when a woman sees you and see how in shape you are, you look fly, if you still look like this.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so you let them know.
I still do.
Yeah, so people, they'll break bread for that. So you need to start hitting up these gyms or going to these gyms, getting you some cards and say, hey, look, I can train you at such and such a time. I can do it for $30 an hour or whatever, just to get some income coming in. Now, what other jobs have you applied for, by the way?
Well, retail jobs. See what I say, everything. Retail jobs. In New York City, different types of jobs, and it seems like they're not hiring out here. I don't know what's going on, but it's just like I've been applying just to retail, to office jobs, to the gym.
Yeah,
and it just nobody's calling back.
Yeah, they're circling their wagon. See, that's why it's important for us to have an economic base. A lot of black folks, we need to get that economic base so that we can hire other people. That's why I hire as many black folks who are qualified as I can at my office that I have, and that's why we really, really need an economic base. But like I said, until you get something else, you should definitely use personal training as your hustle, as your gig, and hopefully, if you get thorough enough and get enough clients, that'll be your main thing. But you do have a skill, and that's something that you can utilize. And also, you understand this: you've been in New York all your life, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and that's another thing, man. When the job market or the money-making market is low in one city, there's no rule book saying that you got to stay there. You can go to other cities and start stacking your money up. That's what I did when I lived in Birmingham. There was nothing cracking in Birmingham, so I bounced. So you can go down to Atlanta, you go down to Dallas, go down to Houston, and there's a lot of places that have more opportunities for black people to stack their money up. You dig?
Yes. And one more question, Tariq.
Yes, dear. Yes.
I'm a big fan of you, too.
Thank you.
I'm just liking your pictures on Instagram.
Yes.
But I mean, not besides Instagram. But anyway, I want to tell you on a dating scene. I'm trying to date. I don't know if I should put myself out there.
Go ahead.
And
so you're trying to get hooked up. You need to get you a sugar daddy because you cute than a motherfucker.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, shit. I'm like, ain't no motherfucker.
I be listening to you all the time, so it's like I'm really down for you. Like I'm really a big fan of you.
Yeah, this is y'all need to look at her pictures. This is not a bad looking sister at all. Not as fine as my wife who just left this motherfucker. Let's be very clear. But he's not a bad looking sister at all. So yeah, there's some sugar daddies out there that can choose up, but you can still get your own paper. And again, Like I said, you might want to hit up some other spots, some other cities, so that you can really stack your green up. Now, what was the last relationship you were in?
It wasn't really a relationship. I was talking to this guy, it didn't work out, so we went our separate ways. It wasn't a relationship.
How long were you talking to him?
That was like 2-3 years ago.
Okay. So
I haven't been with nobody at all.
Nobody at all. Okay. So what's your ideal mate right now?
Somebody like you.
Okay.
That's conscious, educated, single, of course, but he's not single.
Yes,
But, like that has, something going on for himself. But maybe I have to build myself up to get somebody like that, of course.
Now, do you have any kids?
Huh?
You have any children?
No.
Okay. Yeah, so you gotta start going out here and hitting up some other spots in other cities. Now, the kind of look you have, I bet them white dudes be trying to holler at your ass. I can tell by the way you look. Them white dudes be trying to spit at you.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't let them try to make you a bed wench. That's another thing. Find you some brothers. Don't let them turn you into a bed wench. I don't want to see you somewhere with this motherfucker right here. Hold
on. What brings you to hedonism that many times?
The wild women, the wild women, the ripping and the tearing, the ripping and the tearing.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness. So what have you done this whole entire week?
There's no other place in this universe like hedonism too.
None. None. You hear that? 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 See, do your dance. Do your dance. Do your dance. See, this is. Now, ladies, I can't comment, but.
I don't want to see Ivory with that. Yeah, I know her look. I know them white dudes. They love them in shape chocolate sisters like that. Yeah, I know they be all up on her with their bullshit. You dig? Yeah, she better take herself down to the gym and start passing out cards and showing her shape and like, look, you want to get like me, you break bread. You dig? Yeah, she's straight. The white dude was getting it in, huh? Hito Rick, yeah. Yeah, those dudes down there be taking their ass down to Jamaica, ripping and tearing, them freaky ass dudes. Man. Man. But family, again, I want y'all to go to hiddencolorsfilm.com. Say, do the death threats from the white supremacists scare me? Nah, dude, no. I feel protected by the ancestors because my thing is this, dude. Because yeah, I get the death threats from the white supremacists all the time. On Stormfront, I posted this on my Facebook account. Oh, Stormfront, they're so pissed at Hidden Colors 4. Oh, they got a whole 10-page thread over there talking about, oh, this is an anti-white film and fuck out of here. So the white supremacists, they stay jumping on my page with their fuckery. But look, the white supremacists are already attacking us. Even if you are cooning it up, they attack you. Even if you comply with them, they attack you. Look at Cosby. Cosby was cooning it up, and now look at what they're doing to him. They don't give a damn. Y'all hear about the story. It was a black Republican, this black conservative. He was at a Trump rally. I think he was supposed to do some work with the conservatives there, and he was backstage, and they ended up throwing his ass out. They didn't ask questions. They just grabbed him and threw him out because he was black, basically. And they didn't know that this motherfucker was a black conservative, so he was down for Trump. But the motherfuckers at the Trump rally are so damn racist, they threw his black ass out. And he was like, oh, I ain't got no comment. The coons are getting thrown out. They going in on the coons. That is hilarious, man. Look, ain't no safe haven for the coons. Yes, Breezy, I did talk about the Purge. So y'all should check it out just for the fuckery that's in it. But again, get Hidden Colors 4. Definitely get Hidden Colors 4. Also, what I want to do, I want to take one of my videographers, if you're in LA, possibly some other cities too. But I really want somebody in LA. Brothers, if you are in LA, because LA, we got some of the best videographers here. I want to take somebody on the road with us to videotape everything on tour. I start in a couple of weeks. So I want to take a videographer on the road with us because I just want to get one person to go to every city. Because when I go to these different cities, I got to hire random people, and sometimes people's footage is shitty. Then I told you about this white supremacist suspect dude who filmed my footage in Colorado. This dude named Don Pietzman. He filmed my footage a few years ago, gave me a copy. I found out he kept a copy, and his ass went and filed a copyright on it. So now he owns the footage. He did some old slick backstabbing shit. So I'm tired of, that slick shit. You don't know who to trust. So I want to get some brothers out here who we can just roll with. I'm going to make people from now on. We're going to sign all types of confidentiality agreements. So I got to start getting my Michael Jackson game on. When people come around, you got to start making them sign shit now. Which I didn't want to have to get to that point. But you got dirtbags out here who's just doing shy shit. But if you are a videographer, you know how to shoot live events, you got good audio, you got decent lights, y'all email me info@tariqelite.com. I don't mind paying for quality. But so hit me up. Hit me up. And I got to take some more security with me. Where are my LA people? I got some of my dudes I'm going to take. I don't want to take too many street dudes with me. Because, some of my street dudes are like, hey, dude, we'll roll. Because some of my dudes were mad that they didn't go to South Carolina. They were pissed. They're like, dude, we would have set that fucking shit off with them niggas up in there with the bullshit. And that's what, I kind of don't want. So there's a balance there. Because my folks was hitting me up like, nigga, let's go back. I'm like, no, dude, no. I don't, because some shit jump off, I'm going to be the one getting sued. Oh, yeah, Big Dave ain't no joke. Big Dave from the Bay, he ain't no joke. So I might take Big Dave back on the road. Might take Big James. That's another brother. James is out here, street dude. And James don't fuck around either. James really don't fuck around. Yeah, that's the thing with my LA dudes. See, that's the thing. LA dudes, man, it's, Look at my boys. Hey, TJ. What's up, Siri? What are you saying? Let me see. What are you doing, TJ? TJ is big. Come here, Siri. Look at this big boy. This is Big Siri. Look at bigger Siri. Big boy. Hey. Ain't he huge? Look at this strong bullying child. What's up, boy? Hey, Siri. Say daddy. Say daddy. Say daddy. He like, what am I on? Say daddy. Say daddy. Yeah, he ain't trying to say it now. Say mommy. Say mommy to daddy. Daddy, there we go. Say daddy. Say daddy. All right. Hey, TGZ. Look at my other. Hey, what are you doing, boy? Oh, you're trying to run now. This little stocky boy. Hey. You got to stop beating people up, Asir. You can't be jumping on other kids, Asir. No, you cannot. But he looks like Neil deGrasse Tyson. Hilarious. Why is his hair all dried out? Was he crying in the doctor's?
No.
So he's not messing with his ear. Maybe he scratched his ear or something.
Yeah, that his
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
That's enough. They be kicking my people. These boys be tearing the house the hell up. You never be letting them. When I leave, I come back. It's shit all thrown over the balcony.
Oh, please. That's all day.
Please, I come back. This should be a toe up. My computer be toe up.
TJ likes it. Say
Hey,
hi.
say hi.
He likes looking at yourself.
Okay.
Come on, little boy.
You want to go down and fight your brother?
I know. Come on.
Oh,
He's fat.
hey, bye-bye.
Fat.
Bye-bye, Siri.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye. There you go. Bye-bye. Wow. Say don't curse around the kids. Yeah, they don't know what shit is. TJ is chilling. We're going through my stuff.
Come on, buddy.
Man.
Come on. You do all kinds of vlogs down here.
I know. All right, TJ, go with mommy, buddy.
Hang out.
I know. Go with mommy, TJ, because he'll tear up my stuff down here. Look at him. See?
Alright. Come on, I got the blue ball.
TJ, go with mommy, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Answer the phone. Hold on, let me see who this is. Hey, what's up? Who's calling?
Hey, how you doing, man? That's Steve-O from H-Town.
Hey, man, what's up, Steve?
I met you. Hey, man, I met you when you came here and went to the Shrine Madonna?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. I was the dude that gave you that shirt and hat, man.
Oh, I got so many shirts and hats. You just described about 10 people who gave me clothes.
Well, from Fluidity Company. I didn't even want to. The Fluidity Company. I don't know if you call that.
I gotta see it. I get so many gifts and stuff, so it's
okay. But anyway, I enjoyed it. But I want to tell you, I watched that Hidden Colors 4.
Yes, sir.
I finally had a chance to watch it, man. It was volcanic, man. Very fire, man.
Man, I appreciate you.
It really encouraged me to even more step up my game and make sure I stay on my game. That's all I want to say, man.
I appreciate you.
God bless you. And I'm praying for you and your family. Stay up, man.
Man, thank you so much, family. Yeah, man, that's real talk right there, man. People love Hidden Colors 4, man. It's something, I don't know, something about Hidden Colors 4 that really, really resonates with people, man. All the other ones, it touched people, but Hidden Colors 4 is something about that one. There's something about Hidden Colors 4 that's like, bing! That shit really gets people lit up, man. And man, when people see that movie, they're like, nigga, I got that shit and I went and got me a business license and I just opened up a damn chicken shack. Like, damn, brothers are getting motivated. Brothers are hitting me up, man. I just saw Hidden Colors 4. I just registered for college. That shit is lighting motherfuckers up and I love it. That's exactly the purpose of the film. To really motivate us, to give us the codes that we need to take our thing to another level. People, hey man, all across the board, hands down, they said that is the absolute best, and then we work so hard on it, man. And I always think I gotta thank my initial 300. That's why I always go back to the whole 300 concept, because understand that it don't take everybody. You just need a small group of people that's on the same page. That's why Hidden Colors. It got started right here on Ustream. Hidden Colors got started. The whole series got started right here with me chopping up with y'all or my OG listeners. Because I got my original 300 people. Because when I first started doing Ustream, we would get about 300 people in the room. Because a lot of people didn't know what Ustream was back in. This was like 09, 010 or 2010. So we'd have about 300 people in the room chopping it up because a lot of folks didn't know about Ustream. And we'd be in here chopping it up and we were just throwing ideas back and forth. And I threw out the idea of doing a documentary about Black history because so many movies were coming out. Remember around 2009, 2010, we had The Help, Precious, all these fucking The Blind Side, all these niggerish ass movies that were very embarrassing. And I said, okay, look, we're going to counter it. Let's counter it. How about this? What if we put together something like this? And it was just us in the room chopping it up, throwing ideas back and forth. And I said, well, look, there's a new thing called Kickstarter. Let me see how serious y'all are. So there's something new called Kickstarter. Remember, 2010, Kickstarter was relatively new. Nobody knew what it was. Even the whole concept of crowdfunding, that was very new in 2010. That was very new in 2010. Yes, you just found out about Ustream last year. See, a lot of, that's the thing. People are just kind of getting hip to the Ustream. But I got my OGs who used to be back in here. When did I first start doing Ustream? I think I started doing it in 2009, right? Now, some of y'all, some of the OG listeners, the early shows were fucking hilarious. See, the earlier shows, for some reason, I could put people on camera with me. So people could call up and I could put the callers actually on camera. So we used to have Smiley come on camera. Remember Smiley? Real cute. Smiley would come on and show her little body off. Smiley's the homegirl. I love Smiley to death. And, you know, we'd be clowning. We had Mini Pimp. Remember him, the little 13-year-old white boy? It was hilarious. There's a 13-year-old white boy who used to troll the room named Mini Pimp. And this nigga got on camera one time, and this nigga looked just like Eric Cartman from South Park. We died in this fucking room. We were on the floor. Yeah, so the early shows were insane, man. Those early shows were crazy. But then we said, look, let's get this documentary going, and we're kicking around names and all that. Oh, Mini Pimp was hilarious, nigga. Oh yeah, we used to get niggas on camera and roast the shit out of them. Oh, it was insane. It was totally insane. But then we said, okay, look, let's get this documentary. Let's do a documentary. Let's do something that has never been done before. Let's do a documentary. Just talking nothing about, all we're going to talk about is untold Black history. Let's talk about everything that hasn't been talked about before. And man, we got the Kickstarter going. My 300 started contributing. I matched that. And the rest is history, dude. The rest is history. Some of those old shows, yeah, we still got some of them. And these niggas just, because I lived in another house, and I got some real janky curtains, and these fuckers used to clown my curtains every goddamn week. They used to get on my curtains. They used to clown, nigga, how you live in a nice house with them raggedy goddamn curtains? Because the curtain, I don't know where I got them curtains from. I don't know where I got them curtains from. They were real thin and looked like a damn Hercules cape. I don't know where I got them curtains from. Yeah, you know, a Nubian, that book is actually from like 96. That book is from 96, 97. It's not available. Somebody said, my curtains look like coffin liners. Yeah, there was a lot more trolling back then, but they used to get on my curtains. Yeah, the curtains, they were ragged. I don't know where I got them curtains from. Yeah, I think I eventually changed them. I think my mom came over to the house. I'm like, you got to get rid of these curtains. And my mom came and bought some other curtains. I was just too lazy to go get some more. Yeah, we're still sending out all of the Kickstarter DVDs. Remember, we got to send out, we got to send out like 700 DVDs. So, you know, it's taken a little while because on top of those 700 DVDs, because we sent about half of those already. I got my staff working overtime sending those DVDs. A lot of people got their Kickstarter DVDs, and we're throwing in clothes and all that stuff with it. And on top of that, you know, we still got the thousands of orders coming in every day. So I got like one person doing the Kickstarter DVDs. I got all the other staff doing the backup orders for Hidden Colors 4. Then I got another person doing the current orders. So, you know, I got people in the office just, bam, getting it in. So it's coming. You're getting it. I mean, a lot of people should have their stuff this week, and we're still sending out the Kickstarter stuff. That's why with a lot of people who contributed to Kickstarter, I gave them a free link to see the movie before everybody else saw it. So you got to see it at least. And now we're still going to get the DVD out to you. But I did send everybody a link before the movie even came out commercially. So we're still getting everything popping. And also, for a lot of people, if you are overseas and you want to see Hidden Colors 4, you can stream it at hiddencolorsfilm.com. You can now watch it and stream it. If you're overseas and you don't want to wait on the DVD overseas, you can stream it online. You can buy it online, buy the stream. But still, it's best to get the DVD, all my people over here. The DVD is just phenomenal, and you should have it. See, having the physical DVD, especially an authentic copy, these are going to be collector's items, dude. Authentic copies of the Hidden Colors 4 DVD, man. These are, because we've made history. So to have an authentic copy, y'all need to have that shit in your family where you pass it down. This is history we're talking. No, he said, is there a Kickstarter for Hidden Colors 5? People are already waiting on the Hidden Colors 5. So we're going to wait. We got to, we're definitely going to do a 5 later on down the line. But, I got to wait. I got to let the ancestors talk to me. That's the thing. I don't just do them just to do them, man. The ancestors have to talk to me. Yeah, y'all need to pass these joints down. Y'all got to pass them down through family members. You can't pass down a damn bootleg. That's shitting on your family members. Yeah, but dude, we've made history, dude. I mean, this movie is killing the game, man. It's changing how history is taught. It's changing the curriculum around schools around the world. I mean, this thing is heavy. And, and I'm proud of everybody, especially my initial 300. Always got to give them thanks. My initial 300, who's up here in the chat room, my Ustreamers, because they were the ones who helped kick it off first. My OGs right here on Ustream. They know who they are. There's a lot of Johnny-come-latelys, and I'm not saying that to dismiss or disrespect. But all my day one ninjas, I gotta take my hat off to them. Cats who've been rocking with me for a minute, that's you gotta give thanks to them brothers, man. Like when Henry James, shout out to Henry James. Everybody will say what's up to Henry. Henry's my OG. Henry's been rocking for, I remember Henry came to my one of my first lectures in LA. I'm talking about back in 2008. Henry's rocking with it. My man Henry James always comes to my events out here in LA. Who's it? Tone B. You said, how do you get rid of a side chick? What happened with your side chick, Tone B? What's going on with your side chick, Tone? Well, hey, give it up for my man Harlem. Y'all got to give it up for Harlem too. My dude Harlem, he's been a day one too. Give it up for Harlem Renaissance. Harlem, he's been riding for a long time. Let me see some of them names in here. Ola, he's been rocking for a long time. Ola's my right-hand man. Y'all know that. But Harlem Renaissance, he's been rocking for a minute. Young Jay's been rocking out for a minute. Let me see who else we got in here who's been rocking out. Player 405 been rocking out for a minute. What was that dude's name who used to be in the chat room? That simp? Who was that simp dude? Yo, I cannot think of his name. He used to be in the chat room all the time. The PayPal simp who used to trick off his money on PayPal on women. What was his name? All my OGs know who he is. That's how you can tell if it's an OG. If they know what his name is, they're an OG. What was his name? Not Jay Slim. Not Jay Slim. What's up? Slim Kid is an OG. What was the dude's name? Y'all know, not Simba, no. Is it D-City? It was D-City, right? No, not Simba. No. No, it's not Simba. No, he used to be in the chat room. I think it was D City. Yeah. Yeah, D City, yeah, used to be in here trying to trick his money off on women, trying to get females' PayPal address. And we used to clown him every week. How many of y'all remember the initial J Slim call? That's classic. Yeah, the original J Slim when he first called up, nigga, that was hands down a classic. J Slim, I saw him. He was at a lecture in Atlanta. Yeah, Track's still around. Track still does his thing. But man, when J Slim called up, that shit was the funniest ever. When J Slim called up with them damn poems, J Slim called up. What year was that? That had to be like in 2009 when J Slim used to call up. J Slim was like, "Hey Tariq, man, I write poems, man. Can I promote my poems on your show? I got a book of poems." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, yeah, you can promote your poems." I said, "Yeah, what's the name of your poem book?" "Yeah, it's Blood from My Heart." I'm like, "What the fuck? What is the what?" I said, "What is the name of your shit?" And this nigga started reading the poems, the names. These shit sound like rape confessions. We clowned that dude for about a month straight, man. That was hilarious. Nigga, them poems were rape confessions. Them shit sounded so perverted, dude. No, that was way before 2013. That had to be. That had to be before 2013, because that was before Hidden Colors. I know for a fact that was before Hidden Colors. Tone, call up, fam. And yeah, that was good entertainment right there. Cassandra, I don't know what happened to Cassandra. Now, did Cassandra ever call up to the Ustream show? I know she used to call the Mac Lessons radio show. I know that Cassandra used to call the Mac Lessons radio show. Now, Cassandra, how many of y'all know? How many of y'all don't know who Cassandra is? If you don't know who she is, press 1. Some of my OG listeners know who that is. If y'all don't know who Cassandra is, press 1. Tone B, what area code you calling from? Yeah, Jay Slim came to the lecture in Atlanta. I brought him on stage. I think Cassandra was a female, and I say that very in quotations, and somebody who used to call up, and I think that it was a tranny. She was from Lipstick Alley, and she used to call up and threaten me. For those who don't know, Cassandra is this person who used to call up when I first started doing the Mac Lessons radio show. My 10-year podcasting anniversary is coming up in August, by the way. I've been doing this shit for 10 years. Started in 2006. But Cassandra called, and there's a cartoon. If you go to the Elite Way page, go to YouTube and type in. Hold on, let me play it. Let me play, because I haven't played this in years. Hold on one second. Let me play something. Let me play something from Cassandra. For those who don't know, that's funny. A lot of y'all don't know who Cassandra is. And we actually did an animation of Cassandra calling the show. Hold on. The Elite Way. Because some of this stuff is so old, I forgot that the new people, they haven't seen this stuff. Hold on 1 second, fam. Y'all give me a second. Because I animated some things. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Cassandra, there it is. Okay. Okay. All right. Y'all bear with me. How come this is not downloading? Okay. Hold on. Y'all bear with me 1 second. I got to play this. Now, Cassandra, she claimed to be from a website called, well, she was part of a website called Lipstick Alley. And Cassandra used to call up my show threatening me all the time, like she's going to beat my ass. When I see you, Tariq, she had this real funny hood radish voice. When I see you, I'm going to fuck you up, Tariq. And it was funny because it sounded like a trainee threatening to whip my ass. Like, I'm exposed you, Tariq. She used to call harassing me all the time, threatening to beat me up and all this shit. And I kept messing with her because I kept saying, you're a man. Just tell the truth and admit you're a man. And fuck that, I ain't no man. I'm a woman. And she was getting mad because I kept, saying she was a man. And to this day, I still think that was a goddamn man. I think it was a dude pretending to be a chick. And we did an animation. Let me play this animation. Hold on, it's downloading now. Y'all bear with me. I'm going to download this joint in a minute. Hold on, install it up there. Y'all bear with me. Cassandra used to call the show, this was back in MySpace days. But she used to create fake pages on MySpace and threaten me. When I see you, I'm going to fuck you up, Tariq. Man. So, and Cassandra used to get so pissed when I kept saying that he was a dude or she was whatever it was, because I still think it was a dude. Man, but let me play this. Extracting update. Hold on. Did it download? Okay, there we go. It downloaded. Okay. Let me play. This is an animation of one of the phone calls that Cassandra made. I actually made an animation of it. Hold on 1 second. All right, now this phone call is actually from 06. Let me get some of this stuff off here. Hold on, delete shots. Okay. All right, and this is an actual real call, but we put an animation, or we turned it into an animation. All right. Where is it? Okay, hold on 1 second. There we go. Got to go through all my stuff. All right, where is it? There we go. All right, so this is Cassandra calling my show back in 06.
I might be doing something out there in Philly. Hotline, who's calling?
Cassandra from Lipstick Alley.
What's up? What's up?
I'm not laughing.
What's up, Cassandra? What's happening?
You know what? I'm here to call tonight because you contradict yourself.
How I contradict myself?
All right, listen. Remember, you said I listen to your podcast. You said you do not teach men how to get ass.
Okay.
In your book, with the Mac Within, you have a whole damn section of how to get ass. You're contradicting yourself.
No. I'm not contradicting myself. That's not all I teach men. That's the thing. That's not all I teach men.
But that's one of the things. But those are one of the things. You contradicting yourself.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
I do that.
I'm not contradicting. Your voice is killing me. But I don't.
Okay.
That's not all I teach men. I don't. And the point is, the college, they were saying that I'm coming to teach men how to get ass, and that's all I do. That's not all I do. I teach men how to be men. I teach them how to have confidence. I teach them how to value themselves. I teach men how to not fall for bullshit. I teach men how to not get caught up. It's much more deeper than just getting ass.
Okay, I got a question.
Yes.
I listen to your podcast. I hear how you talk about how the females look on Lipstick Alley.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how the men look on your goddamn blog.
What about? They look better than them bitches.
Look at King Tut. Look at King Tut, black ass number one.
King Tut is cool. He looks better than them bras on Lipstick
He
Alley.
looked like he came out of a big asshole.
And the thing is, you Lipstick Alley bitches, y'all don't even post your pictures up. When I clowned you, you all took your goddamn pictures down like little rats and ran back into the hole. And what do you look like? And what do y'all look like over there? I mean, y'all don't even show your pictures.
I look good.
No, you don't.
And that's like, I saw you in that. I seen you in that Faith Evans video. You was not the shit.
In who video?
Faith Evans.
Faith Evans video. Yes, I was the shit in Faith Evans
You was
video.
not the shit in that video.
Yes, I was the shit in
You
that
was
video.
in there for like 5 seconds.
And I was the shit,
Tariq,
and you remembered. And you remembered.
I will expose you, Tariq.
And you
Don't
remembered.
let me get on you talk about how you was at Alabama. You was a punk-ass 8th grader going to school, and I bet you won't air this shit because you was an 8th grader getting punked all the time. You did not get no ass, okay?
In the 8th grade? Hell, I don't even think I can get an erection in the 8th grade, you dumbass. I was a fucking kid, and you don't know me.
Tariq, I will expose you. I will expose you.
You sound like
Tariq.
a transvestite. Listen to your fucking voice. You sound like a fat, chili dog eating wench. Listen to you. Where you at? What does your picture look like? Don't run off now, goddammit. Punk ass. She got scared. Sound like a dude.
So that was one of the Cassandra calls. Man. So she used to call my show all the time, and we used to go at it. This was like 10 years ago. Man. Oh, man. Man. I got to start animating some of the old shows. I got to start... Oh, the African woman beater? Let me get that one. Hold on. Let me do that one. Hold on. Because a lot of folks haven't seen these videos. I forgot. These are I put them up and they're so old. I forgot that a whole crop of new people, they haven't seen these videos. Let me find the African woman beater video. And again, let me preface this. This is not to say all Africans are abusive. This is an old comedy thing from my old show from years ago, so don't trip. Go ahead. When this came out, some African dudes hit me up. We're not all abusive. I'm like, all right, nigga. All right. It's just jokes. Man. Yeah, I gotta animate some of the new stuff, like the Homotep Thug. I need to get that animated. Oh, that's funny. Oh, I got a lot of the new shit. I got to get that. The Homotep Thug should be animated. That should be animated. All right, let me play. Go to the download page. All right, Tariq Radio. All right, let me play. This is an animation from my show years ago. I think this was probably 2007 when I did this one. And this is, hold on, which one is this? The abusive. This one is called The Abusive African Boyfriend. All right?
My African players are on top of their shit. They're very disciplined. See, that's why a lot of American sisters don't like African dudes, because African dudes, they're very structural. They believe in the man being on top. They don't play that matriarchal in the relationship shit where the woman is running them. So a lot of American black women, y'all don't like dealing with them African dudes. Well, one reason African dudes will whoop your damn ass. A lot of you sisters out here in America, you can't talk that slick shit to one of them African cats. Them African cats will get smooth off in your ass. Real quick. You come home to an African ass whooping. You be like, what? He's choking you and shit. Mufasa, why you choking me, Mufasa? He going off on your ass. Who is that nigga you were text messaging? Who is that nigga you were text messaging? Stop choking me, Mufasa. I wasn't text messaging nobody. You a goddamn liar. Who is that nigga you were text messaging? Why you hit me in my ears, Mufasa? Stop it. You know, y'all sisters know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all sisters been abused by an African boyfriend. Stop pulling my hair, Mufasa. Who is that nigga you were text messaging? I'ma call the police on you, Mufasa. You can't call the police on no African dude. That shit don't work. African dude don't give a shit about you calling the police on them. You be on the phone, 911. I need to report domestic violence. Stop choking me, Mufasa. 911 operator, how can I help you? That my ex-boyfriend is choking me right now. He's doing African jiu-jitsu on me. Somebody send somebody. Who is that on the phone right now? Who is that on the phone? He'll get on the phone with the cops and threaten the cops. Who is this on the phone? This is 911 operator. Do you want a piece of this? Do you want a piece of this? African, you know what? African dudes never go to jail. African dudes, I never seen them go to jail. They have all types of political connections because I've never seen an African dude from Africa get arrested. They be on the phone talking shit to the cops. I have diplomatic immunity. I can whoop ass anytime I feel. But I digress. Shout out to all my African players. I'm not saying all my African players are abusive. I'm not saying that. But y'all don't fuck with them African dudes. Mufasa, he done hit me in my ears. He done pulled my tracks out. Can you spell his name? Yeah, Mufasa Chekwele. I don't know how to spell it, but just come get this nigga up off me. Who is that nigga? Anyway, but I digress. Are we ready to get into some game?
Yeah, so that's that one. Man. Yeah, those were the good old days. I got to do an anniversary show and play some of the old clips from 10 years. I did a 5-year anniversary show. Do that. You know what? Find out. Can y'all find some of the best moments of Mac Lessons and Tariq Radio? So, especially some of the old Mac Lesson shows, so we can do a best of. So I can play some of the best clips. Trade the Troll. Which one is Trade the Troll? Oh yeah, the Wyclef when he was he was ashy and oily on that motorcycle. Man. All right, Tone B, sound like you trolling, brother. Man, now that was funny. That Wyclef one. Oh yeah, Fishmouth Kevo. Yeah, that nigga, I lit his ass up. He got all that shit removed from the internet. I gotta find where that file is of Fishmouth Kevo. Of me clowning him. I got in his ass. Jack, which one is Jack, Henry? Y'all, cause some of this stuff I be forgetting, man. Which one is Jack? Y'all gotta remind me. Yeah, Tone is troll. I'm about to block Tone. Yeah, that's why I gotta get the best of. Yeah, I need to make an animated series. Yeah, the payroll roast, that was a classic one. What's up, Natural Queen? Jack Fayal. Oh, yeah. That's the dude, the tricking overseas dude. Yeah. Yeah, that's the tricking overseas dude. But yeah, and there was I wanted to animate the episode where I talked about we went to Jamaica. I want to animate that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been meaning for years. I've been wanting to animate that because that's.
Better to do it when it was fresh.
Yeah, but still, I think because a lot of people haven't heard the Jamaican story, we can animate that and put that out now. You know, and I'm gonna have somebody animate that for me because that was kind of long. You know. What's up, Natural Queen? I see you. You got a GoFundMe page for something. The Morris app is coming. Look, good question. The Morris app is coming. Excuse me. We are testing everything now. You know, let me show y'all. This is I got a scratch version of the app on my phone, actually. See? So that's the login screen. So we've been testing out some stuff on it. Hold on. What is my password? Okay. Hold on. What is my password? And that's the thing, because they made, my developers, they made the password, you got to put too many characters in, and I told them I want them to make the password simpler, because I don't want people to have to, the way they have it set up now, and I get it because of security purposes, because that's our biggest concern. We want to make everything secure, because the white supremacist trolls, they're just sitting around waiting to start trying to sabotage the site. So we got to make sure the security is all crisp and tight, so they don't come in and just fuck everything up. Because I'm already expecting them to come with the bullshit. What is the password? Hold on 1 second, because they made the password real difficult. Okay, I got it. This was right. Okay, this was right. Okay, so again, it's in the testing stage. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Public. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. So I'm just kind of messing around with this thing. I'm trying to show somebody else. Connection is only me. Okay, hold on. No. Okay. Alright. So alright. But we'll be able to test it pretty soon. Yeah, password, money. Yeah, I don't want to have all those characters that, I just want people to be able to log in very simple. So that's one thing they're going to change. I want people to, I want it to be as simple as possible. Not too simplistic, but I want it to be simple enough so everybody can you can just get on, chop up game. You don't have to figure out a whole bunch of crazy shit. The don't find your heart episode. What was I talking about in that? What was I talking about in the Find Your Heart episode? Oh yeah, you saw that, Harlem? Yeah, those white supremacists, boy, they look at Hidden Colors 4 as like them taking an L. That's the thing. When you get them white supremacists riled up, like that, you doing something right. That means they feel like Hidden Colors 4 is them taking an L. That's why they troll me nonstop. They troll me nonstop on Twitter. Y'all look at my Twitter feed. I'm blocking them all day. You keep asking me a song I played back in the day called Inside the Feelings. I have no idea. Was it a female singer? I don't even know what I played on the last episode, let alone 10 years ago. Make sure they open up the APIs. See, that's why we got the thing where they can log in through Facebook. You see? The Player Stage High Five song came on. All right, let me get up out of here, man. What is that? You gotta be screaming, scaring the shit out of me. What is that? Peanut always do that shit. Well, a roach?
Yeah,
or a water bug?
Outside, a water bug.
Okay, we got water bugs down here. There was a bird in the house earlier. Peanut screaming. Ah! What the fuck? I'm thinking one of the kids jumped off the damn balcony or some shit the way you screaming.
It wasn't like that.
There's a bird in here. Well, goddamn.
It scared me.
Peanut, you gotta stop crying wolf. Peanut's good at that.
No, it was a damn... No, there's all types of creatures around this house, okay?
Because, I be sitting down, chilling, hey, come here! Like, what? That's an ant.
No,
stop.
Never have I called you for an ant.
It'd be like some little bitty ass insect, like a little ass spider, and it's little as hell. You screaming. I
don't like spiders.
I'm like, man, you couldn't take your flip flop off and kill this fucking spider.
No, don't be small. I kill small ones.
Man.
kittens.
Yeah, because we got coyotes and snakes. I'm like, that's what you scream for.
Remember there was a centipede?
Yeah, we had a big ass centipede in our damn washing machine one time. That shit was big as hell. We saw a field rat in Whole Foods last night. Hilarious.
I said it screamed. I saw that mouse.
Outside?
Remember, it ran past the door.
Yeah. Well, mm-hmm.
Like, there's too many creatures out here.
I know. We got the animal fucking planet where we live. And boy, our dog Coco, I let him out. Well, her, not him. I let her out the other day. And boy, she starts screaming like crazy. So, I'm thinking she's getting attacked. I'm like, fuck. So I go out. She's on the side of the house screaming her ass off. Like, what the hell is she screaming about?
We let her.
So I let her in.
We thought she stepped on something.
I thought she hurt her foot. I thought, did something bite her or something on the foot like a snake? And she's in the house trembling. Like she on the pipe. Like, I need a hit, baby. She's like, oh, what the fuck is wrong with Coco? Then I looked outside. There's a damn coyote. So she saw that coyote and freaked out. Coco know what a damn coyote is. She knows to get the hell on when you see a coyote.
And make noise.
Yeah, she starts screaming her ass off. And I went out there with my pellet gun. That motherfucker ran off.
Remember, it was standing there for a while.
Yeah, it was standing there like,
down.
yeah, it came down. It came down. Like looking for Coco, like, hey, where'd that meal go? Why don't you let that snack back up out of here? I'm about to fuck this dog up. And Coco knew it.
We didn't know. I just know there.
Yeah, man, we got them heavy out here, man.
They even got mountain lions. Remember that mountain lion?
Yeah, they got big ass mountain lions out here over in Grenada. What's up, Henry? You heard about that? Because Henry, you out here in L.A. You heard about that mountain lion out here in Grenada Hills? There was a damn mountain lion running around in front of a school out here. And it was like a real fucking lion. It looked like some shit from, the Serengeti. It was huge. It was huge. Yeah, they are. Those coyotes are very dangerous. They are and around children. Yeah, that's why we don't let our boys outside like that. Yeah, we don't let them outside.
Did you They around all around town. Mm-hmm. They're like normal to see it now.
Yeah.
Did you talk about that video that crackhead?
Which one? Oh yeah, I didn't show that. It was hilarious. Yeah, Granada Hills is nice. Did y'all hear that story? I saw a story that we posted up on my Facebook page. There's some white lady somewhere. She got all types of charges. She had a party with her underage daughter at the house. The mom. This is the mom now. The mom in there doing drugs with the kids. Some kid, one 18-year-old kid, fucked the mom in the bathroom. Her daughter's boyfriend fucked the mom. He's 16. The mom then went in front of the other kids playing with a dildo, sticking it up in her cooch. So they called child services on the lady. She got charged. And basically, they gave this chick probation, a slap on the damn wrist. I'm like, what? White folks cannot go to jail for nothing. I mean, good Lord. They do not send white people to jail for nothing. And the headline of the story, they're calling her the cool mom. Cool mom gets charged. See, they got these little cute names. If that was a black mom who sat up and let dudes run trains on her, one of them being underage at her daughter's party and she's sticking a dildo in her ass and all that, dude, they would be making black folks sit up and apologize for black culture being fucked up. Child services would have taken all the kids.
They would have blamed the single mothers.
They would have blamed all single mothers. They would have blamed Black Lives Matter. They would have had a field day and thrown that woman under the damn bus. I mean, they can't go to jail for nothing. Do y'all know outside of that Stanford case that, the white kid the white man who raped the chick, they gave him a slap on the wrist. There's a couple of other rape cases and white dudes raping folks and they get slaps on the wrist. I mean, they can't go to jail. They don't send white people to jail for nothing. Even if they get convicted, they don't go to jail. They raping and doing all types of shit. Me and Peanut were watching Dr. Phil the other day.
Yeah.
Dude, I couldn't watch this shit. They had these child molesters, this old dude.
It was just one man.
This one man who was molesting his grandkids.
One daughter.
One granddaughter, whatever it was. They were describing it was so fucking gross. And did he get any jail time?
It's like 8 months.
Yeah, this dude was molesting his granddaughter.
It's supposed to have been like a lot of years.
Yeah, but he only got like 8 months. He spent it. And do y'all know this nigga's excuse was basically, he was like, well, I was possessed by the devil. He said his ass was possessed by the devil and didn't know what he was doing. That's why he was molesting his damn daughter. And his ass got his granddaughter, I'm sorry, who was 6? What was she?
She was 3 at the time.
She was 3. Oh my God. That shit. He was molesting his fucking 3-year-old granddaughter.
She's like 6 now.
And said that he was possessed by the damn devil.
And the wife is still with him.
Yeah, the wife is still with him. I'm like, some
she was supporting him.
I'm like,
and then
sick
the parents
shit.
are even considering like them being a family again with therapy.
Yeah. Oh man, it was some sick ass shit. And the dude got a slap on the wrist, man. He on TV admitting to doing this shit.
Yeah.
And got a slap on the wrist, and they want to talk about black crime. Shit, how come we don't get to commit crime like them? Well, you blacks stop committing crime. Well, hell, how come y'all get to commit crime? Shit. That shit is sick, man. Man. Anyway, y'all, let me get up out of here, fam. That's been today's episode of the Tariq Elite Live Ustream Show. Let me get up out of here. The boys sleep, right, man? All right, go to HiddenColorsFilm.com. Go to TariqElite.com. Get your clothes, get your gear. Go to TariqLive.com because I'm going to be on tour starting in a couple of weeks. Y'all, I still need a venue in D.C. Atlanta, I think we got the venues covered. They're going to call me back on Tuesday. We got 2 venues that we're looking at. Chicago, our venue there, hopefully they'll have that ready for us on the 24th. I keep people posted, but go to TariqLive.com, fam. All right, y'all have a good night.